Hello. I hope you're all doing fantastic on this wonderful day. 'Tis I, Duranda the Wizard, and we are going to play Thirsty Sword Lesbians today. I hope you all have been waiting in anticipation for this moment. It is now. I'm live with my friends here. You guys want to go ahead and say hi?
Hello.
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 And we're missing our dear Fibian today. And I wrote something so that we can find out what happened when last we met our noble heroes. Vivelda's writing in her little notebook that she didn't have a notebook before, but now she does. What's it called again?
A Tale of Porcelain and Glass.
Yes, given to her by her she saw you 3 hours ago, but long lost girlfriend. It's actually been most of a day because we ran around putting the whole city back together multiple times. And it says to Gathriel, we were able to rescue Space, but something broke when we picked her up. We closed a pocket dime, shut a door. I'm not sure. Basically, the drive broke, and now the bunnies and fluffy critters are here. I think they'll be happy here since it's not so hot and Sugar Mama can run for miles and she's really fast and really strong. And they're building a city. She says they're calling it Flufftopia, but I don't think she meant that. Those between are in trouble, by the way. Those above turned off the sun. It hasn't been on... Oh, sorry, that's not a good spot to giggle. Those above turned off the sun. It hasn't been on for 5 days and all the stars are out. If we want it back on, we have to take out Hercules. Fibian doesn't want to. She says that he's weird, but she says that being weird isn't a good enough reason to kill him. I suppose she's right, but what else am I supposed to do? We have to have the sunlight back. I'm hoping that we can steal the thing those above want. It'll be risky, but then we don't have to kill anyone. I don't know. I guess I'll send this to you when I can. Love, Vivelda.
Mm-hmm.
That was the cutest thing ever.
Thank you! I thought it was adorable! It's like we're doing this.
Pardon me while I go cry in my corner.
That's right. How dare you do this to me? Also, our audience last week said that they liked the angst, and therefore I was like, well, I can pull up the angst. And so that is what we're doing. When last we left our noble heroes, we were attempting to figure out a way to not kill Hercules. We had decided that our best plan was to sneak through, go to Herc's castle. Well, we have to go down the stairs. So we're going to go down the stairs, we're going to talk to Herc, and we're going to distract him while someone sneaks in. Unfortunately, the best person to sneak in is Listening Chaos. And the last time I saw Listening Chaos was tumbling through the void as I ran up a staircase that was built off a map that was lit on fire to rescue Fibian. And I wasn't able to rescue them. So I don't know where they are, but I'm sure not going back to the void of infinite chaos.
That is the best place to find a chaotic creature.
To recap, we are playing in a world inspired equally by Hollow Knight and Alice in Wonderland. We are all tiny critters between 4 to 9 inches tall. We were 4 to 6 inches tall, and then a giant freaking... What do you call it? Giraffe? Weevil?
I'm a giraffe-necked weevil.
Yeah, that's that thing that's above T.G. Jeldon's name. And they're big if you count them from nose to tail. But we're a bunch of tiny critters. We live on a giant mushroom. And we're trying to get back the sun. In order to do that, we may have to murder a Goliath beetle who is as tall as any of us sitting down. We don't want to do this. But with no way to find Listening Chaos, or do we have a way to find Listening Chaos? RM.
No one has tried, so no one can say how successful your disasters are or aren't.
Okay. Everyone do something to find Listening Chaos.
I am completely oblivious to who or where they are, so no help to you here.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint that isn't actually much closer than everyone else. Don't know who they are, don't know where they are. That's actually about as far as everyone else is. Good job.
We need to find something that is lost somewhere that we have no idea where something or somewhere is.
All right.
So we
Hey,
need to get good and lost so that we can find what is lost so that we can find our way out together.
it's not a bad idea.
Genuinely isn't.
First, let's try something else. Hey, big boy, you got any scarves in there? And I'm gonna like wrap on your butt because you've got this huge like butt trunk thing.
Well, let me look and see. And so I pop open my trunk, and it's just it's chock full of just random crap, like just little trinkets and curios. There's a blade of grass and a small glass vial in there. I'm sure you can find a scarf in there somewhere. I mean, if you'd like me to roll luck for it, I can.
I'd like to argue that would require looking into the now open butt to try and find what you're looking for.
You just say look in the butt?
My neck can bend backwards, so I can in fact look at my own butt.
I believe you can, but the question is, does anyone else want to?
Look in his butt.
Okay, so if you look at the picture on the screen, you can see that he has a big red butt.
Mm-hmm.
That opens up the top and is like a car trunk storage space.
No, I see. It's more like I also hear, and the hearing. I'm just making sure we're hearing the same thing.
Yep.
We're seeing the same thing. We're hearing the same thing.
There is a percentage chance that if I open my butt, you will fall out of it. Just saying. You are in fact behind a door, so you could be in my trunk.
I'm going to just like reach in and grab like the first cloth thing I see and pull it out and be like, "You don't need this, right?"
That was my underwear, sis.
Cool. And I just like find a patch of darkness, like looking out over the void. Below us, infinitely deep and far, is the below.
That's a rather generous description. You can probably actually no, it's pitch black down there. It looks pretty infinite. Yes.
Okay, and I'm just gonna chuck it and be like, "Chaos, catch!"
Okay. Well,
that was my plan. To see if I just chuck clothes at the darkness, if they form a person.
I really, unless you got something more, I really don't think this is gonna work.
Okay. My other two ideas are, in order, find, a snake. Like, is there like a non-person snake or lizard or reptile?
You can usually find insects near the water's edge.
All right, I'm gonna go find an insect, and I'm gonna crouch stand next to it and go.
The water's edge is on the layer below.
Never mind. I'm just gonna find a random snake over here.
Okay, it takes considerably more looking because people are considerably more upset when random tiny, like, we're talking fiends tiny compared to you kind of fiends. And, but they aren't as small as an insect is to a person, so they're big enough to actively be hunted down and chased out because they're a pest. So you gotta go to like the middle area, which you're not unfamiliar with. The fact that it's pitch black doesn't help, but you aren't unfamiliar with this middle area.
That's where we were going anyway, so that's fine.
Yeah. So you spend some time looking around, and you do manage to corner one, much to its chagrin.
Cool. I grab it, and I'm like, "Hey, I need about 70 million more of you buggers."
It looks at you with great, big, pleading eyes, and you can't tell whether it's asking for food or asking to be let go.
I will eat you unless you get me eliciting chaos, or whatever that dude in the trench coat is.
If I had a single eyebrow, it would be raised at you right now.
Can I roll intimidation for this bug?
Yes, absolutely.
Can I roll daring?
It's a bug, you're a frog, that is well within your means.
I will refuse to let you try and roll wit for this.
I can't roll advantage? Can I roll with advantage because I'm a frog?
No.
Can I have a bonus +1 because I'm a frog?
I don't. I'm already letting you roll daring, and this little thing has nothing on you to any degree. Rolled a +11. Stop asking for more.
You're a mess.
Not as big a mess as that bug.
Does this summon listening chaos and/or a dude in a trench coat? A loose bundle of snakes in a trench coat.
Starts panicking and making out weird noises that may or may not attract other bugs. It's unclear.
Cool. While I'm doing that, does anyone else have any better ideas?
I have an idea. A better idea, I don't know, but I have an idea.
Oh boy.
So I'm going to take out my friend Hugh, and I'm going to look at him and go, okay, bud, I need a solid from you. I need you to find... Who are we looking for?
Listening chaos.
I need you to find listening chaos for me. He's got to be around here somewhere. And then I'm just going to toss him into the nearest dark corner. Go get him.
He's a dumbass wearing too many scarves.
What?
Made a shadow, looks creepy. Okay, for context, can you describe Hugh to our audience?
Hugh is... Well, in relative speaks, he's the size of a human skull, because he is a human skull. But he is also solid gold.
Well, he's the relative size of a human skull because you guys are tiny, remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, we would fit in a human skull, so he needs to be, like, hand size.
Relatively speaking, he is... So, relative to us, he is the size of a human skull.
So he's the size of a bug
He is not a human skull, because, you know...
So he's the size of my mask.
Yes.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah. So, yeah, he is made of solid gold, and he is attached to a wallet chain that is attached to my jacket, and then he sits in a pocket just underneath my trunk. He's been moved, actually, recently to a quick draw holster that is on my saddle, that is on my butt.
It's very important to quick draw your golden skull.
No, he wanted a nice chair to sit in.
I will cut you two a deal. Give me a love point, and this will work.
I will happily do that, because I just upped my love points, because I just got a new character.
If our audience would like to provide us with more love points, I only have 2, and I'm hoarding. So, if our audience would like to spend points to give us love points, that'd be great. Otherwise...
Alternatively, you could spend points to make this work less good.
That's true. You could spend points to screw us over. Or just less points to add a +1 or a -1 to any roll. To the next roll. But Gelden is spending a love point.
Yes. Okay. Listening chaos.
Yes.
You successfully finished putting together your puzzle. And you're sitting there, like, pretty proud of yourself, and you're starting to wonder, is that whispers you're hearing from it? And then a massive skull busts through one of the walls, swallows you, and gets yanked out along the chain it's tied to.
Wait, time out. A massive skull swallows me?
Yes, a massive skull swallows you whole, and then proceeds to propel itself back the way it came.
Okay, well, this is one of those things again about, like, sometimes weird stuff happens and that's okay.
Hey, yo, Viv! I got a live one!
Oh, cool! I eat the thing I've been threatening.
While Vivelda's distracted eating the thing, she also gets nailed in the back of the head by a self-propelling gold skull.
I was turning to go look at it and just, like, popping the popcorn in as, like, a snack.
Just bug skull all up in your mouth.
And then the skull, like, oozes out a familiar black goo.
I spit him out. I spit it out.
But wait.
Ew, you
wait,
taste
what?
gross.
But wait, when I come out, I want to be slightly different. So,
Describe your...
okay, slightly different. So, I look mostly the same, but there is a golden staff. Is it a staff?
You guys know the Staff of Hermes?
Yes.
Yeah, it's that, but instead of wings, it's a cross.
But here's the other thing too. On the top, where there's the little orb, instead of the orb, there's like a big glowing eye.
Does it look around? Because that would be super
It's
creepy
a
and awesome.
catechus. That's what it's called. It's a catechus.
Yeah. So the long end of the catechus, the end that the snakes are swirling around, is about the size of a handle, like a sword handle.
And
So that's what size we're talking about.
What about like this?
So 2 snakes around a cross with an eye in the center?
With an eye on top.
yeah, an eye on top.
That's the papal staff from Christian mythology.
The papal staff? Is there an eye on the top of the papal staff?
Yeah, the holy hand grenade. There's no other way to say it, but the holy hand grenade sits on the top of this thing with the all-seeing eye in the center, and then 2 snakes wrapping around. The medical cross, actually, the one that's on all like medical buildings and stuff, actually derives from that specifically.
Yeah.
Can you get me a picture? Like this
Holy
is what I'm
hand
getting
grenade.
by searching holy hand grenade.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
so-
search holy hand grenade, you'll probably get something like
So this medical staff
one.
logo thing, that's the Staff of Hermes.
Right. The catechus.
Yeah. So it's a modified Staff of Hermes.
religious convergence. Awesome.
So it's somewhere between a holy hand grenade, which is literally a ball with a cross poked on top, and a staff of Hermes. And also there's creepy eyes. And snakes, maybe.
There's this one eye, and it's like bright, shining gloriousness.
I'm saving the first image I put, and I'm gonna put it up here. I've decided that this is pretty decent. Let me just...
I appear to not know how to spell papistry or pope. So that's good.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
looking it up now, too.
well, that's the only difference. Also, I used to have. There was briefly a moment before you grab the sun where. Oh wait, you've never seen it. Okay, you've never seen it because it was like a pie crust before. Okay, so
I believe you used it in the sun before everything collapsed, so I think we have seen it.
oh no, but I think before I was transformed into like a dessert, so that's why.
Yeah, and then they came... but that was only during the teleportation thing, and so when you came out and used it in the sun, it was the correct thing.
Okay, well,
Okay,
what does it
good.
look like?
So before it was like an eye, that was like opening and just watching things, but it was like a very I want to say just like it's a white eye. There's no it's just one color. It's monochrome, and it would look around and act as my weapon. And now it's sitting on top of this staff of this handle of gold, and it's like exuding bright light. Yes. So yeah, that's the major difference. Oh yeah, and the I guess it's using the staff as like a seat or a throne now.
Cool, so I spit you out because you taste gross.
He was in the...
He was
One more
very-
time?
PG's skull mace. That's the thing that ate listening chaos.
Yes, but then it smacked me in the face.
Okay.
I'm going to say, actually, you know what? I'm going to say, hey, funny meeting you guys here. Apparently underneath a door or inside of a skull. I'm not really sure.
I kind of like give you a look, like, what is this thing?
Which is what thing? The skull?
You!
I don't know.
You!
Oh, me. So I think I was someplace, and because I was someplace, I don't know what happened. Sorry, I have no better answer than that.
I
It
will
sounds like
say
them.
that as you're like trying to decide what it is that Listening Chaos has found, both Vivelda and TG independently recognize this as one of the most sought after things the guild asks for.
And by one of these things, do we mean like the whole like staff glowy thing, or like specifically the glowing eyeball that is
The
sitting
staff.
on the
The
staff?
eyeball actually isn't part of it.
Okay.
They want the staff and both snakes, and it's on the same list as, hey, we want the like, you presume the bracelets that poor Fibian was wearing. Where's Fibian, by the way? That's distressing. You presume the bracelet that Fibian is wearing is one of them, but on top of that list of, hey, we'd like these things, is this staff.
Cool. I'm totally gonna like reach out to pick it up and be like, "What did you find?"
Me?
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up your staff unless you stop me.
Oh, it's gonna like fly off. I mean, I don't respond at all, but my my eye doesn't like that idea and like flies out of reach.
What'd you find?
I didn't find anything. I was stuck in a building and it was very messy. There was a lot of rocks and rubble. There was a guy sleeping in a cupboard and then food disappeared. So it was pretty weird.
Well, that makes about as much sense as everything else we've gone through.
Hey, Viv, you know this pile of ooze?
Yeah, I think so. It talks like them.
That's kind of a pile of ooze is not the nicest way to put things.
It needs.
But hello.
It needs like one of its capes. Here, I got a spare cape.
Oh, is that what she's using cloth for?
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was for. You threw my underwear over the bridge over there. I mean,
That didn't
I don't know
work.
what's going on, all right?
That didn't work.
Oh, let me just introduce myself again, because apparently we have someone new and we've lost someone old, and lost another person that was old. So I'm listening. I'm from the Chaos family. This is my sword. And I'm going to indicate the glowing staff. And like, yeah, and we've been stuck in the abyss or something after dislodging the sun, and I tried some dancing. I saw Vivelda and Fibian, and now I guess we're here. That's not the right order, but I'm still kind of shocked that a giant skull ate me.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hugh just he needed to grab onto you, and he ain't got no hands anymore. So it's got to work. And hey, you got yourself a right fine trinket there. You know the guild's looking for that, right?
What, my sword?
Is that what that is?
I'm gonna look at my sword and be like, I don't know if they want my sword. They're kind of my partner, so I don't think they're looking for my sword.
How excited are you to trade the sword? Because we could
my
probably save somebody.
It depends. Who am I saving?
Hercules.
Hercules.
Oh, hey, we got a problem. I'm gonna grab onto I gave you a cloak, so I grab onto part of the cloak that I just gave you and call you out from under the bridge and be like, look, and just point up to the infinite darkness that should be filled with stars.
Okay. Should be filled with stars. Okay, I'm gonna look up, and I'm gonna be like, so that's a really big mirror. But I thought I was wearing clothes.
So,
oh wait, it's not a mirror.
No,
You're a
that's
couple
the
cells
sky.
shy of a whole batch there, ain't you, bud?
Okay, well, you know what? That's okay, because I think we had a spare sun anyway. I'm going to clap my hands together and say, who grabbed the sun?
Well, it didn't go anywhere. It just hasn't been coming down to give us all sunlight and recharge the stars.
No, I mean, we grabbed the sun before. The sun from the last place, remember?
Oh, you talking about that gold duty bopper thingy around the lizard's wrist?
Oh, Vivian has it. Okay.
So where'd they run off to?
So I don't know.
I don't know. She probably found a pretty shroom.
But you know,
if any of you want to roll wit or awareness or something.
I'd be happy to roll wit.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I am.
you have no idea.
I'm gonna go get free XP.
Thinking on it logically, she
I don't know
probably
either.
went down to warn Herc that you guys are going to go try and murk him.
We agreed that I wasn't gonna go work him this round.
Well, apparently she didn't approve.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, side note. Astronomenon Chaos gave me a +1 forward going on with 1,000 points. Thank you very much for them.
Astronomenon Chaos is listening chaos.
You're not supposed to be allowed to do that.
Well, I did, so it's too late.
So you get a +1 on your next roll, which you can choose not to beat this wit roll.
I would appreciate that because this one sucks.
Also, it doesn't really matter because Fibian's person isn't here, so if we find Fibian, they can't play anyway.
Yeah, you guys successfully identify that Fibian absolutely went ahead to warn Herc that you guys are going down to murk him.
Fabulous. She asked me not to try to kill him. I agreed not to try to kill him. Oh my goodness. To try not to kill him.
Look, I don't want to kill him neither, but we gotta get some sun down here. Some people are gonna get real sick real fast.
Okay, so Chaos. Excuse me.
Oh,
Excuse me. That bug I ate coming back up the wrong way.
He's a fighter. You better swallow again.
I think it was getting
Drink
hit in the
some water,
face.
drowned him.
I think it was getting hit by the face by the skull, actually, that jogged him loose. We're good. We're good.
Sorry.
All right, so the deal is those above stop shining the sun down on those between and those below because they're jerks. Because we didn't do the thing that they wanted to do, and apparently killing Hercules is like a really big important thing. But they want to kill Hercules because they want his stuff, right?
okay. What was the thing we were supposed to do that we didn't do that they would turn off the sun for?
Kill Hercules.
We're looking for a box. That's really all we need here. Whether he accepts defeat and runs off, that's up to him. If he stays around, and then we might have to do something. But all we need is the box.
Technically, according to the bounty, there is a bounty on Hercules' head, and officially that is what they're upset about. According to this tall bloke, there is a different way to do this without fulfilling the bounty on Herc's head.
So if we can get the box, we don't have to kill Herc. We just have to get past him every single time we want to go up and down. But if we get the box, we get enough glory so we can go up top, and then we never have to go through this tunnel again. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. What we need...
we do this job and we're off the brig. It's easy street from there on out. Do you understand?
Sure. I'm going to nod my head and look off into the distance. Clearly, I'm not really sure what's going on.
I think this one's kind of still lost in the spider webs.
I kind of like, to both of you, I'm like, don't worry, they're always like that. I'm like, T.G. Jeldon is always like this. Listening Chaos is always like this. They just talk like that. Okay, how big is the box? Is it bigger than a bread box?
Honestly, I don't know. They're saying it can be lifted, can be carried, but other than that, I've never seen the box, so I don't know for sure.
Is it gonna be like glowy? I can get you a box.
I don't think it's gonna be that easy.
Okay, listening.
So I was going to say that while I'm like staring off in the distance, you'll notice that like I'm kind of like dripping through my clothing, which I didn't used to do. It was like very much like all my clothing was like fit together perfectly, and I fit inside of it. And now I'm kind of loppier than usual.
Do you
Do
have
they need a
your
tissue?
clothes? Oh, you got your clothes. Okay, they came with you.
Yeah, but I'm just like there's like ooze or like oil slipping through like the seams of the clothing. It's like really viscous too, and I'm like not paying attention to it because I'm thinking about something else. but you can tell that something doesn't seem right.
So TG leans in and is like, "Do they need a tissue?" And I just kind of like look at you, and I'm like, "I don't know." Hey, listening, hey.
Yeah, what's up?
You're dripping.
What? I'm gonna look down and it's like, huh, so I am. I'm gonna quickly suck up all of like the extra material, but like as soon as I stop focusing on it, some more of it starts to like bead along the edges.
Right, that's gross. Okay, what we need you to do, we're gonna go talk to Herc and possibly sword fight him to the death. You're going to sneak in. Like, sneaky thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna look for the box. And if you can, steal it. If you can't, that's okay. We just need to find out where it is, alright? This is a reconnaissance mission, not a murder mission. Alright?
You know what?
What?
How about I just like, you just need his head, right?
Maybe?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. I think when I was away, something weird happened because my body didn't used to be this goopy. But I have an idea. I'm going to try. I'm going to use mask. So listening is going to use mask of many faces. I can change your entire physical appearance at will as long as you have at least 1 point in Nagamani. When you do, describe your current appearance and choose one. So I'm going to turn into Hercules.
Okay.
Yes.
Pretty solid.
I'm going to turn like exactly into like Hercules. Like no goopiness, no nothing.
There is no way to make the mistake. You are Hercules.
Okay, then I like jerk backward and I'm like, "Oh, hi. Where'd my friend? Hi, we didn't mean nothing by it. Didn't mean nothing by it. Mm-mm."
Hey, so I'm going to be like, "Yep. So what do you think? Like you take me like this and we go up and then we see what happens."
They're gonna know that he didn't come without a fight.
Is that still you?
Yes. It's still me. I think
Can you do the same thing but like with just the head?
Probably. It depends. So out of character, can I just do the head?
The head is too small. However, there's enough Herc for you to only do half of him and still fit all in.
Okay. So
So you can do like a beat up Herc, like a chopped up Herc.
I can
You
chopped
can
up.
do like head and torso kind of a thing.
Okay. I can make a head with like the arms and legs sticking out of different parts. Grotesque. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be like, I think I can do something like that. And I'm gonna like squeeze down into like Herc's like upper body, but like it looks like purpled and blued in places that they've been obviously beaten and yeah.
Ugh.
Like how's this?
Okay, I poke it with my sword.
Ouch, that's still sharp. I can still feel things.
While listening chaos can still feel things, tactily it does feel like hard body exoskeleton.
Okay. So yeah,
it doesn't provide any additional armor, but it feels like the right stuff.
Okay.
Funny thing is, so also out of character, turns out now I can have resilience when I transform, and I can add stagger proof, like one instance of immunity to stagger. So
being 30% of a creature is not going to be sufficient to activate that particular ability.
Okay. No, I think it's just the transformation itself gives you the resistance. Gives you resilience.
I'll look at that.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your plan? We drag you through the streets. Okay. We make a big hullabaloo. Okay. We turn you in for glory, and then what? You just vanish from the coffers?
Sort of. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever been up above before, and
You
it might be
that one
interesting.
time the door opened, and the door was not supposed to open that way.
That's true.
No. What I mean is, like, I'm like listening chaos is not really sure, so it's like I'm not sure Once we get up there, I guess I can look around, and maybe we could all look around together. I don't know. Let's
How am I supposed
let's.
to look around with you? You'll be dead and being tallied up for glory.
Oh no! Once they they put me away wherever they're gonna put me, like the fridge or in the closet or in a safe. I'll just come out and yeah, we'll proceed to the next step. How's that?
See, I'm not too sure about this.
Mm.
You know, I mean, I don't know exactly what they'll do with the body, but I know for sure that they're smarter than I am. Granted, that's not very hard, but I don't know about this, guys.
Well, I mean, I guess the alternative is to go to Herc, get his box, and I don't think I want to kill someone who takes care of children.
They're not children,
agree
they're
with
just
you.
monsters.
Yeah.
Not so black
He
and white.
calls
about
them
it.
children because
I'm gonna
he's
patch-
crazy.
I'm gonna pat you on the head.
Don't touch me, you're
just...
gooey.
Wait, no, I'm not gooey right now. I
Gross.
actually look like Hercules with the.
Oh, you look like a dead Hercules. You're okay.
You're all babies. So you're all children. So and then I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna like kind of move on the floor, dragging like my stump around
That's
using my
gross.
hands.
Oh my goodness.
I think we should keep this as a good idea. I think this is something that we definitely want in our pocket. That's great, but I'm thinking that if we've got the box, they ain't gonna ask questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, so they want the box, right? They don't really want him dead, right? That's what you're telling me.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that they're willing to forget about Hercules if we got the box.
Okay, so let's go get Hercules then.
Can I go have a movie?
No, you just got a bunch of movies. Go play.
Okay, but Mommy, I'm getting pretty bored.
I'm sure you can find something to do with that. Put some shoes on and play on the playset. Shoo, go away. Don't talk to me. I'm playing. Talk to your dad. Right. So, okay, we bring them the dead Herc. They're like, yay, cool, you get to go up above. That's great. And then they come down here and they're like, oh, Herc's dead. We're going to go get the box, right? So if we bring them the box without the Herc, they don't care if Herc's alive. If we bring them the Herc without the box, they come get the box. They find Herc, he's not dead. We get in trouble. And Between still doesn't have any sunlight.
Yeah, and I mean, I know it doesn't look like things can get a lot worse down here, but I'm pretty sure they can.
Don't talk to me about that. You haven't even seen the below.
You know, I'm gonna like suddenly slap myself in the head so hard that like ink spills. I'm gonna be like, I totally forgot.
What the hell?
I totally forgot. I can teleport. Yeah, this is fine. I can go like this, and then oh, this is messy. This is really messy.
You're gross.
Oh yeah. I've become. I think I agree with you this time.
Wait a minute, guys. I just thought of something. I mean, I don't have thoughts much. I get it, but this might be something. You said you could teleport, right?
Yes,
So do
I
you
did
have
say
to
that.
do you have to have been there before, or what's going on?
Yes, that's exactly it. Which is
Wouldn't
what I
you-
just remembered.
Weren't you just talking about you've been topside at least once?
I did not remember going topside at least once.
We
Didn't you
did.
say something about that? Going through a door and opening up to a big golden place?
That was me. So
Yes.
we went through a door, we opened it up, there were people there, there were guards, they were mad, you wanted to chat, I wanted to leave.
Hmm.
So
This totally slips my mind.
why don't we just go up there and stay there? Why deal with all this anyway?
Hmm.
If you can get us there, I mean, the way up isn't necessarily guarded. It's just the inside of the town. But with me there, you guys don't have a problem.
Oh, okay. Yes, I like this plan. I think we'll follow it.
Didn't you come downstairs specifically to help solve the problem with them with us not having sunlight?
You know what? You're right. And I'm sorry, I was acting selfish there for a second. You're right.
You
It's
can
just-
go back up anytime you want.
That's true.
So I think.
I briefly forgot the noble part of noble hero.
I know. He dumb. Head
Happens
empty,
sometimes, all right?
no thought.
No thoughts, just vibes.
Hey, like I said, so let's do that then. So let's go talk to Herc first, and if that doesn't work peaceably, then let's go. Oh, when I say peaceably, my little light thing in the behind me is gonna like flare in brightness. Anyway, it's like then if that doesn't work, I can go like this, and when they dispose of me or store me or whatever, I'll just pop up on a pre-agreed location, and business as usual. Sun is back. Herc doesn't have to die, and yeah. How's that?
I think you're all dumb. If this is what you guys want to do, we can do it.
We get this job done, and I'm out. I'm free. I don't need any more fame, any more gotta than this. If we do this, I've got my own life back, and that's why I keep pushing for it. But I don't want to kill somebody who didn't deserve it.
Look,
I
we don't
agree.
have to kill him. We don't have to do the lying thing. You just have to sneak in like a black, oily, slippy thing, find the box, teleport away with the box, and then we all run like mad.
Okay, sure. I'll do that. Let's
That's
do
been my
that.
plan this whole time!
Well, I mean,
Well, we can't agree with you right away. There's not enough good story in
Oh
there.
my goodness! Shrooms
People are going to be
above.
writing your story at one point. I mean, I got a couple of books myself. Like, people are going to be writing your story. It's got to be interesting.
I'm gonna change to look like the Vivalda, but with like snot dripping down their face.
Gross.
Yeah,
Side note,
you
I
are.
would totally use that to mock people.
Good. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna suddenly turn to Vivalda with like snot dripping down my face, and they're gonna be like,
I'm gonna stab you with my sword.
TG immediately stifles a laugh. That's not funny. Not funny at all.
I'm just straight up stabbing you, like not like with intent to murder, just like whack.
Someone has acquired a physical form, so the whacking will definitely occur.
It's very
all right.
satisfying.
So when you whack me though, I want to make like a dent, like where you're gonna whack me.
I'm gonna stab you in the cloak.
In the cloak? Oh no, my clothes! Not my clothes!
I know you.
Not my clothes! Okay. More snot comes down, then I'm just gonna, looking like you, I'm gonna fart.
Oh my goodness.
I can do this all day.
TG can no longer contain his laughter. He is literally rolling. Random trinkets are falling out of his trunk as he's laughing.
Shrooms above. Why don't you all just stay here and I'll go deal with Herc myself?
Yeah, okay, let's go, let's
You're
go.
right. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. I'm gonna turn back to myself.
Pull yourself together.
I want to turn back to myself, and I'm gonna use like a finger to like turns into like lots of little hands, and then sews my cloak back together.
Okay. Gross, but kind of cool.
Let's go.
All right, off we go into the wild black yonder.
Do you like that idea of the little hands?
You're terrible.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's like all the little hands just come out and just start like sewing the thing, and just like, oh my god. I am a drinker's worst nightmare.
I can't believe I worked so hard to get you back. I would like to shove you back into the nether region.
Hey, I can see if you can do that.
Give me that skull. I'm gonna throw it at him again.
No, I like this one. It's amusing.
Well, let's just fast forward to when we get to Hercules' place.
Okay. So, from where you're approaching, the door will open up into a courtyard. The same courtyard Herc has positioned his table at?
Is the table still there?
Yes, no one's at it though.
All right, don't go in. Don't go in. It's kill zone.
Hmm.
You go in, I say to listening chaos.
Sure. I am then going to turn into Herc with
The dead Herc or the not dead Herc?
the not dead Herc. I'm in more serious mode now because you said kill zone, so I'm actually now ready to protect the rest of you, and I'm sacrificing. So yeah, I'm actually
I'm
I'm
only
gonna
sending
I'm gonna
you
walk.
because I'm pretty sure you can't actually die.
So I'm gonna walk in there and be like, "Hello, me."
When you walk in there, one of the Herc's monster pets, unclear.
Mhm.
One of Herc's monsters charges through the doorway, sees you, goes from panic to even more panicked, turns and bolts away down a hallway. To which you hear Herc, you hear and see Herc bolt down the hallway after it.
Okay.
Obviously, much slower. But it appears as though Herc is gathering the children for food,
To eat
and
them?
one has gotten away at the moment.
Wait, to
What
eat them
is
for food
he
or
up
to?
to?
Normally, he feeds them food.
Oh, okay, got it. So, yeah. I'm gonna be
Definitely
like,
a topside.
"Hey, Herc, fancy meeting." Okay, I'm gonna go chase after him. Um, I'm like, "Hey, don't run away from me. I'm your friend."
I watch all this go down, and then I step into the courtyard and look around to see if there are, I don't know, other people waiting for murder.
Nope.
Okay, I think it's probably clear. Come on.
All right. So, yeah, I'm just gonna
I
keep on
scuttle in
chasing.
after Viv.
Let's go with chaos listening. Go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna be chasing Herc uh, at the exact same speed that he's running at because my body is now his body.
You mean the
What?
you're chasing Herc or the monster you saw?
You said that Herc ran away, right?
Herc is chasing the monster. Chaos Herc is chasing Herc.
Okay, yeah, that's how it's gonna work. Yes, we're gonna do this like an old timey cartoon or show. Yep, that's it. That's exactly it. I'm gonna chase Herc. I'm like, hey, slow down. I just need to ask you something.
Yeah, okay. Roll Grace to see how long this cartoon cutscene doesn't take, because it's shaping up to be quite a good one.
I'm just gonna
Alright.
get a chair and watch.
Yeah, so the courtyard has
Oops.
6 or 7 doors on either side, and behind each of those doors there's a hallway. And so from your vantage point in the chair, they are literally running through random doors with not enough time to go between doors before they pop back out again.
Yeah, 14.
So it's one of those Scooby-Doo chase scenes.
Yeah. So I rolled a 14.
Okay. The yeah. So it goes on for a bit, as one might expect. These tend to. However, at the end, the sequence is the monster running and Herc behind the monster. Then you come out through the door the monster was about to go in, and the two Hercs sandwich the monster between them, and everyone falls down mildly dazed.
I'm gonna say, oh, we got you.
I am definitely laughing.
Herc will, in one swift motion, pick up the monster, all proud of himself, look up and panic almost enough to drop the monster before getting a hold of himself, and he's like, "Why am I over there?"
That's a good question. Hey, let's go have dinner, and then we'll talk. We'll answer. We'll talk more about this. Then I'm gonna hold his hand and let's go. Go.
He like you like offer your hand for him to take, and he passes you the monster, and it's like, okay, tie him into his chair, and we'll go
Yeah.
go have dinner. You are not as strong as Herc. The fact that Herc was just holding this guy is kind of impressive.
That's okay. I'll use 2 hands. I did not eat my Wheaties.
Look, I don't want to fight this guy for a lot of reasons, but mainly because he would murder me. You guys don't want to fight him because that'd be morally wrong. I don't want to fight him because I can't.
So who's gonna roll to hold this monster?
I'm currently not getting involved. Do I have any intel about these monsters and Herc and what he's doing?
You know that, based off of what you've seen of Herc, you're surprised he fell over in that collision. That's about all you can say about the situation.
So I have no idea what these monsters are doing here.
Yep. It appears as though Herc has just bought wholesale that there's another one of him and expects the new him to be both as capable and know everything that he does.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use 2 hands to carry the monster. Because I'm not as strong. But I'm not.
Carry and tie this monster down, you're gonna have to like roll fight or something.
Okay, so all right, so I'm going to subtly. So since I use spirit to fight instead of I'm going to subtly use my. Well, that's not true. I can't subtly do it. When I'm trying to tie the child up, I'm gonna like just kind of stick the rope into my body, and then like shoot it out to tie them up, in a way that I couldn't do with strength. So. Like if Herc is paying attention, he'll be like, "What the hell?" But so yeah, let's do that.
You're talking about Witchfire?
Yes.
It says very conspicuous. I'm pretty sure whether or not Herc is paying attention, he'll be like, "What did you just do?"
Okay. Yeah. So it's very like, but again, I'm gambling on Herc being like, what the heck? I did the second version of me, and now it's like sticking rope into its body and shooting it out. Okay.
I personally think that your illusion is just not going to hold up.
Oh. Well, in that case, then I'll just do a regular trying to tie this monster up. Let's see. What do I got now? I don't ever use me muscles, so this is going to be
You just gotta use daring. Good luck.
Yeah, that daring is bad. So I want to keep this illusion going, but like, you know what?
You do get a +1 because you were handed someone who is unable to, at least before they got to you, they were unable to defend. So
Okay, so we'll just do this then. I got an 8.
Okay. Why were there 2 rolls? I'm confused.
Oh, what?
The last roll was for something else. It was like 5 whole minutes ago.
Okay, then it's fine. It's fine. You got an 8. So Herc absolutely saw you like Spider-Man web this child to a chair, and he goes over, ties the child to the chair, the proper way, before coming over to you and picking you up wholesale, and he's like, "Now what's going on?"
Well, that's a good question, Herc. So
Easy there, big guy.
But you got to put me down before I'll answer it. I'm gonna answer it while we eat dinner, like normal.
I'm gonna put my arm out for TG Jelden, like, don't interfere.
He's like, "That's interesting, because I don't normally have dinner with you. And I don't normally wait for a question to be answered. What's going on now?"
Well, I'm you from the distant future, and
That's not true. I don't have a distant future. I'm on my last legs as it is.
yeah, and that's why I'm so weak and fragile right now, because I've lived way longer than I'm supposed to. So again, let's sit down.
It
Let's
already
be civil.
happened, and I'm not weak and fragile.
Well, I am weak and fragile, so
So
put me
you
down.
aren't me. What's going on?
Goodness. All right. Okay, we'll do it this way. I'm gonna like just slip through his fingers, and then rematerialize as Herc, like on sitting on the chair, and be like, "All right, no,
You find it so slipping through his fingers is very easy. You find it hard to avoid all of his hands, though.
Oh.
It's something you can definitely do, but like he's got all of his hands and he's dedicated to try and holding you.
oh sure, he can definitely try to catch the liquefied version of himself with his
I was
hand."
about to say, you're a bottle of Pharaoh fluid. Like, let him
Yeah.
try.
I don't know if he wants to do that. He's made a very stern stuff if he's willing to do that.
You can
So,
declare that they have to roll Defy Disaster to get out of this.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not legendarily and difficult to escape. It's just someone's hands.
Yeah. So, and then I'm gonna just reform like in one of the chairs. I'm gonna like sit down, relax. We're all
Okay,
safe here.
Roll Defy Disaster to not get landed on by him.
Landed on?
Yep,
In
Herc,
the-
Herc is in the air ready to land on you. Roll Defy Disaster to not get crushed.
Okay. What is that? Well, let's see. Is that gonna use what skill do I use for that?
Potentially Grace. I wouldn't suggest Daring.
I have
Okay.
a question.
Yes.
Mhm.
Has Herc even appeared to notice me at all?
Herc has taken stock of the room, but he's
Oh
distracted.
my gosh.
How hard
I
would
gotta
it be
s-
to just wander casually off?
Not very. This is the wrong place. Listening Chaos.
They rolled a 7.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
We could, for the sake of viewers, only accept rolls in the dice channel, and that would give you another chance if that's what you want.
That's okay. I'm totally cool with an extra experience.
7 isn't 6.
It does not give you an XP. You got a
doesn't?
mixed beat,
Oh,
not a failed
okay.
beat.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm going to give you a hard choice. And the hard choice is either you can get landed on by Herc and take a condition, or you can make out just fast enough so that only your image of Herc is destroyed, so you can't impersonate him for a while, but you don't take a condition.
I actually kind of like that second thing just because it's more silly. So I want to do that.
Okay, so like as he's like coming down on top of you, you give up the exoskeleton and like it starts to fold like stiff paper underneath him, and you get out, but your possession of that image has gone. So
Okay.
you're gonna have to reacquire that somehow if you want to do it. If you
Okay.
want to Herc again.
Okay.
What's your new shape look like?
Let's see. I'm gonna like really quickly just assess to see what the others are doing.
There's no longer a Vivelda, and TG appears to be concerned. TG, how do you feel about the presence of this? Looks like a fight is breaking out.
I am leaned up against the doorway with my hands in my pockets, just waiting for Herc to realize who I am.
Yeah, that's gonna be great, so I would like to be not in the room when that happens.
Oh,
Yeah, you are snuck away.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
I'm boogieing.
so in that case, I'm gonna turn into like one of the monsters.
So you're impersonating one of his children.
Yes,
You
I'm
think
gonna
this is gonna
impersonate
work
one
out
of
well
his.
for you?
Are you? Wait. So, get me wrong. Prove me wrong. Do you have time to sneak around? Are you getting time to sneak around?
Not with the speed this way. Not with the speed at which this is going downhill.
Well, I'm gonna draw this out a little bit longer.
If
then.
you could do me some favors and keep him distracted.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I'm gonna be distracting. So yeah, I'm gonna turn to one of his children, and I'm going to be like, "Calm down! You almost squished me." And yes, I'm totally talking. I know that his children don't talk. I am talking.
His response is, anyone who thinks they're me can handle a good squish.
Well, I'm not you. I'm one of them. I'm gonna point to the children behind him, and
his expression goes from upset to rather angry.
And
he's like, "No, you aren't."
Okay, so I'm gonna be like, well, it was worth a try, and then I'm like skitter away, like not too fast that I like he can't see me, but I'm just gonna start like skittering between the no, not the doors. I'm gonna start like skittering up the walls and things to get his attention.
A chair knocks you off the wall.
A chair knocks me off the wall?
Someone appears to be throwing chairs at the people trying to escape.
It's definitely Herc. Herc is definitely throwing chairs at you. I don't know what this someone is.
Good news. The chairs are solid stone. This is no wood stuff. So the chairs survive the experience.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can only imagine what the monster tied to the chair thought.
Well,
only two of the monsters are here, so there's plenty of open chairs to be thrown at people.
That would have been so much funnier, though. You just hear, "What?" Thump.
Unfortunately, we are dealing with mad, attentive fathers, so throwing the children isn't an option.
Okay. So, well, when he throws the chair and he like thinks he's hit me, I'm gonna like just open like a hole where the chair would have hit me, and then like slip around it and then keep on going. So like
You ain't that slippery if you're in a shape.
Huh?
You ain't that slippery if you're in a shape.
True.
Okay. Well, in that case, so then I guess I could use my grace to try to dodge it then.
Yeah.
Okay. Go with that then. Let's see. 2d6. Oh, wrong place. This was 3. 10.
Ooh, nice. So, you dodge a few of the chairs come in volleys because once he's thrown them, he has to go to where they are and throw them again.
Mm-hmm.
So you are doing a pretty good job so long as you're like keeping track of when the volleys are going to go and when the next volley, how many chairs are left, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is not easy. And you can only guess, it can only be assumed that he is going to start coming to other actions if he keeps failing at these chairs attacks.
Is he getting flustered? Is he becoming single-minded in his pursuit of throwing chairs at his children?
There's definitely one that smart aleck person here that talks a lot more than his children.
I actually like this image a lot, so I'm gonna keep going.
In the pursuit of this little monster thing that he was going by, did I see the holding cells for these monsters anywhere?
Oh, are you looking for the other children?
Yes.
Monsters themes.
Because I was told children, plural, and I know that at least 2 of his children are monsters, so I can assume that the rest of them are as well. Where are the holding cells?
As you're just like wandering around the surprisingly not quiet solid stone hallways, like you didn't expect to be able to hear the ruckus through that wall, but you can.
Right, I'm just like mindlessly meandering through the halls at a slow pace, chewing on a toothpick.
So this structure is a structure from the above that has since been repurposed. because that's what it is. The above live on a layer, and then it moves down, and the between live on a layer, and then it moves down, and the below live on a layer.
Well, technically the water moves up. But
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So this building, you probably actually have the full blueprints of this building. And as you walk through, you correctly surmise that the monsters appear to be in the main living quarters. Each one with their own, each one having their own entire room, although the doors appear to be closed not with locks, but with things too heavy to move.
Are they too heavy for me to move?
Depends on what you roll, doesn't it?
That is true. What do you want me to roll?
By the way, why?
Unless you have a different reason to roll something else. Daring is the strong one. Sorry, Chaos. What?
While you do that, I'm gonna let my dogs out because they're going kind of crazy. Okay. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. What do I need to roll to search through this place for the other thing? For the actual reason we're here, because apparently I'm the only one who can remember that.
I'm going to use my +1 forward on this one.
Nice.
You got Grace to use agility and elegance to search quickly. You got wits to surmise the layout quickly. You got something else because you're really good at convincing me that you should be able to do this. That's just a blanket rule. If you think you can convince me of something, try it.
Well,
All right, I'm back.
spirit.
I got you Grace and wit. You got... Okay, why spirit?
Because it takes integrity to loot someone's house while they're in it.
Uh-huh.
I would have guessed like single-minded determination.
Oh, yeah. Single-minded determination.
Which would be a roll of...
Spirit. Spirit says integrity and metaphysical power. It's
Prowess.
It's like the magic thing. Or like your determination. Your force of will.
Okay.
Feel free to decide that is incredibly dumb.
It is incredibly dumb, and I'm letting you roll it.
Yes! I really needed it.
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm trying to find the thing. I'm looking for the box.
Okay. In your incredibly diligent pursuits of finding where stuff is hidden, you successfully discover the servant corridors. The servant corridors are crawling space only, passageways from every room in the house without being in the hallways.
Huh. Does it look like Herc would fit in these rooms even a little bit?
Herc would not fit, but you'd imagine if Herc wanted to, they would start fitting him.
He could break them down and get access
Yeah.
to the space. Okay. I'm gonna sneak around and look for stuff.
Yes, you on one hand have discovered a place Herc cannot go, so you can keep searching. On the other hand, if this building goes down, you do not get out, and also you are now in a labyrinth of unmarked doors with crawling space only.
That's a fact. I'm gonna start marking the walls with chalk because I am an adventurer.
And everyone knows sidewalk chalk is the most important adventuring gear.
The other option is blood.
That and a bag of marbles.
Okay, so that's going on. Good luck.
Fab. Don't bring down this building. I'm gone.
I crit on my moving heavy things, by the way.
You do crit on your moving heavy things. You successfully uncover the room in which one of the children are are being kept. The children looks at you in anticipation, realizes you're shorter than they were expecting, and then realizes you aren't Herc. The children are monsters.
I'm gonna look right at him and say, "It's dinner time. Go get your master," and then step out of the way.
Monsters are very single-minded on the whole stabbing thing.
Okay, well then I'm
So
gonna
what
wait
you're gonna
until it
roll
rushes
in
me.
response to this thing's many sharp appendages coming towards you.
I don't know. I want to grab him and throw him down the hallway towards Herc. I don't know what to roll there. Probably strength.
Okay, your character is kind of dumb, but you would have realized that the monster running through the halls previously seemed to be desperate to avoid dinner time.
Well, yeah, but if he is
or desperate for a little bit of cardio, one of those.
Yeah. Like, I'm dumb. I'm just saying this thing is a monster. It is running around aimlessly. Awesome. So if it wants to attack me, I'm happy to tussle with this thing, but I'm going to toss it because I'm sure that it weighs just about the same as Hugh does.
Okay, what are you rolling to toss it?
Probably strength again.
Fight or defy disaster? Give me an ability or a move. You could alternatively roll entice. That'd be fun.
I could entice it to go where I want it to or something.
I'm not in
Like,
charge
hey,
of
dinner
exactly
time.
what would happen, but
Papa.
All right, what's entice again?
It's when you appeal
when
to
you-
someone's physical or emotional sensibilities.
Well, yeah, but what's the roll for it is what I mean.
it's hearts. I gave that as a joke roll. It's flirting at people. You could flirt at the thing trying to stab you, which doesn't seem that far out of place now that I say it out loud.
Just saying, I could probably entice it with food to go into the main dining hall. I'm like, I won't tie you to the chair. Just go get your food.
Okay, that's fair. Give me a heart roll. So
That's a failure.
So it is thoroughly enticed by the idea of eating you, and the fact that it was already trying to use its sharp appendages on you. The fact that it's moved to now consuming you isn't an improvement. Take a condition. Which condition? Apparently, I have a list of NPC conditions. Is there a list of
They're the
player
same.
conditions?
They're the same.
I'm gonna take angry. I imagine that this would piss me off.
That's fair.
I'm not looking to figure out this thing. I'm just looking to get it to where I want it to go. So this thing is on me, fully on me right now, right?
It's not tackling. It's just stabbing it at you and biting.
Okay. So I still want to throw it down the hallway, so I'm going to roll with daring this time, which is still 0. So let's hope for the best.
Woo.
I am frustrated and not thinking correctly. This thing is going down that hall, whether it likes it or not.
It doesn't.
Apparently not. For those of you watching, that's 2 experience I've made in the past 4 seconds.
Yes. So I'm gonna oh boy. I think I'm gonna inflict another condition on you. Get insecure because this apparent child has decided to hand it to you, and he's succeeding.
God, I am happy Vivilda isn't around to see this.
Why am I doing the sneaky thing? Oh my goodness, you're all a pack of idiots.
Find the nearest
To
small
be
hole and kick them
perfectly
into
fair,
it.
Anatomically speaking, Vivelda is second best for this job.
Yes, but I'm better than all of them at fighting.
So, listening chaos, you get the sense that if you were to go down even a little, as from as high as you are, you'd immediately regret it.
Mhm.
So, but at the moment, you're pretty safe at that elevation.
Mhm.
So he's
I'm,
like,
I'm,
okay, fine. You want to talk? What do you have to say?
um, okay. I'm actually surprised. I thought we were gonna keep playing this for a while. But yeah. Um, let's see. Is there any part of the ceiling where I could like say hang, so I can look like I'm standing up while I'm talking to him?
No. He's
Okay.
got you cornered in the tallest part of the ceilings. Even standing up, relatively speaking, would probably put you too low.
Okay, so I won't do that then. I was gonna go for being dramatic, but I guess I'll just be realistic instead. All right, so I'm still in the shape of one of his monster children. I'm on this on the ceiling. I'm gonna say, so somebody in the world above wants you dead.
They've been wanting
I
that for a long time.
huh?
They've been wanting that for a long time.
Hmm.
If you're here to do that, then this isn't going to end anytime soon.
I'm gonna say, trust me. If I wanted to kill you, I would have approached this in a totally different manner. Instead, I'm here having you throw chairs at me because I don't want to kill you. If that makes any sense. It sounds less reasonable when I say it out loud, but yeah, it makes sense. So
Nope. It in fact
so
sounds
I'm gonna
just as dumb as it is even when you say it out loud.
all right. So the reason why we're here is because you have a box that the ones above want, and we need that box because they've hidden the sun, and we kind of need the sun. I'd even dare say that returning the sun is more important than you continuing to be around. If you catch my drift.
And he's like, then make me stop being around.
Or just give me the box.
That box will leave my presence when I am dead.
But what's in the box that you're willing to die for it?
The box was the last will of my dead friend.
Hmm.
I will defend it with my life and everything else I have.
Even at the expense of your children?
At the expense of everything I have, and if you threaten my children again, don't think I can't come up there.
No, I just want clarity. Because you just said a really intense statement, and as someone who's been around for a long time, that's not a statement you make lightly, that you should make lightly.
That isn't
Um,
a statement I make lightly. I've already been expelled from what you guys treat as paradise. I've already had to fight my entire platoon of people I trained and fought with all my life. I've already had to give up everything. Don't think I won't do it again.
okay, well, I'm going to tell you this: if without the sun, a lot of people are going to die. And because, as you know, even you need the sun. That's like you'll die too.
I'd
Uh,
like the sun, but I don't need the sun. You
how
can
would you
sleep
not
and
need?
eat instead.
Okay,
Actually,
I looked
listening,
around.
you do know that people can survive just fine, but if they choose to sleep and eat, most people just
Mm.
don't know that's like an option.
Oh,
Which means that most
oh,
of them will die because they don't know.
Unless you go out and tell them.
oh. Hmm. That's I don't want to kill someone for an option for convenience. So I want to kind of like shrink a little bit, like, huh, hmm, hmm. I need to think about something for a while. Give me a few minutes to think, collect my thoughts.
Well, you can take those few minutes up there, he says.
Yeah. No, no, for sure. I'm gonna still be like, I'm gonna like just change coloration to be as bright and colorful as possible. Probably giving like hypnotizing, what do you call it? Patterns. that are triggering across my skin.
Do you show your sword thing?
No, not yet. No. I don't want to fight. I'm just like, but I am trying to be as distracting as possible. Hence why the rainbow colors and glowing patterns.
I
All that.
appreciate the the vague attempt to help me.
Well, it's not vague. It's pretty direct, but you just don't know about it. Like this is like all happening in the hall.
So, Vivelda, you have been unabashedly lost in this cavern for some time.
Hey, I'm making notes. I can get back to where I was. I just can't get to where I want to be, which has always been the case. So I'm not really I'm not losing anything. Just time.
That's a good point. What's she gonna do about all of this?
Can I make another roll to try to find the thing we're fighting over?
Okay.
Because
Why
I'm pretty
not?
sure, all right, I want to use my skill as an adventurer in doing this because, a thing that matters this much to him, and I knew already before going in here that he would give it up when he was dead. It's gonna be either where he sleeps, or it's gonna be in a vault somewhere. So I've been crawling around. I've been looking through the windows, looking through the staff windows, listening at doors. So I feel like I know a good amount of the layout by now. Can I determine either where he sleeps or where some kind of vault is? And can I use my my skills in adventure, also known as my spirit, and metaphysical abilities?
I will let you roll the spirit of adventure to find the loot stuff because that's just great.
Fab. The other option is if I can use my last stand. It says when I face a superior foe on behalf of your devotion, you may roll plus conditions instead of the normal stat to fight or defy disaster. But I can't I'm not fighting or defying disaster.
If you want to use that, to be clear, you will be admitting this building is a superior foe.
No.
Okay.
I rolled slightly better, but still a mixed beat.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna use a love point. I'm gonna use a love point.
You
bringing it
use
up.
a love point.
Bringing it up.
It goes up. You successfully narrow down the space. You narrow down which hallways are most used, and you do this because of the very peculiar angles the servant shaft gives you. You can see dust more clearly from these angles for some reason, and you can tell which ones are gathering dust and which ones are regular use. And you successfully find the most out-of-the-way room that does appear to still be in use. So if ever someone was using a hideaway room, this one is it.
All right, I'm going in it.
Okay.
I slip out of the servant corridors. I am covered in dust.
You are covered in dust and have acquired a maid headdress and feather duster, and you aren't sure where they come from.
That's fine. I'm sure these things will be useful later.
Trinkets are always useful. Even when they're not, they're useful.
So you slip into...
I'm adding maid outfit to my inventory.
Yep, this happened. Add old maid outfit to that for me.
Okay. By which we mean it is an old outfit, not that it is the outfit of an old maid.
How old's Vivelda?
Shut up.
I'm allowed to make these jokes.
It's rude to ask a lady her age. Especially one armed with a pointy sword like this one.
Okay. So, in this room, you find what you imagine are most of the window drapes piled in a heap with a distinctly Herc-sized crater in them, as though that's his makeshift bed for himself.
Well, I did find his bed.
You find a something, unclear what, wrapped in cloth longer than you are tall, lying gingerly on the like desk on the computer table.
All right. Can I pick it up?
Technically speaking, yes. The only other thing in this room, and there's like nothing in this room, is on a shelf a bit high. There is a vase that appears to have a lid that has been cast onto it.
So like it's sealed on the lid?
Yeah, the lid is sealed on. You'd either have to remelt the metal or break the vase to get it out.
Okay, I don't want to do that right now. I want to look at the wrapped object. Is it a box?
Nope.
Ugh, what is it?
It is a length of sword. Actually, upon further investigation, it is the other half of Herc's broken sword.
He has a sword.
He does. I described it earlier. It's broken and almost as long as just the hilts, like just the part he carries around, is still almost as long as a normal sword. And the blade apparently is longer than you, so his sword must have been something else when it was in one piece.
Cool. Well, I don't want his broken sword. So I put it back. I try to put it back to make it look like I'm not disturbing, like it's not been disturbed. Alright. Let's look at this vase. I pick it up. How heavy is it?
The vase... You'd estimate it weighs about as much as Fibian.
Okay, so I could carry it with effort.
Vivelda could probably carry it pretty well. Everyone else could carry it with effort.
Oh yeah, never mind. Vivelda's buff.
Small. I'm pretty sure Fibian's pretty small. It weighs about as much as a small individual. So everyone can carry it with effort. Vivelda could carry it, and Herc probably wouldn't notice the weight.
Alright, okay. But I can't... Could I break the vase to get it open?
Yep. While you're picking it up, though, you feel a slight tension. As you try to move it off of its podium, you feel a slight tension.
It's trapped. It's trapped. Okay. Alright. It's trapped, and I am at least 2 turns to say a good long run past the courtyard to get out of here if this place comes to crumbling down.
Uh-huh.
My other best way out is via the servants' quarters, which Herc definitely knows about, which I did mark, but if he cuts off one of my paths, I don't know any of the alternative paths.
Yep. You also can't put this back down because you don't know what happens when you release the tension.
Yep. How high up is it? Like, am I like reaching up for it?
Uh, you're on like you got lawn frog leg, so you can probably
I
do
have
it with-
wings. I float up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm so dumb. I have wings. I fly up a little bit to see if I can get a good look at what's like holding on to this thing. Like, is it a rope?
It appears to be a small like adhesive thing with a rope that goes under the shelf. That goes inside the shelf. So technically, you could theoretically remove the adhesive thing, and then just assume that hope that reslacking this doesn't trigger it. Alternatively, you could just yank, and that string will break. It won't stop you.
Yep. I'm gonna try to be careful and clever. But gosh, I sure wish I could teleport. Sure would be nice if the person who could teleport was here right now. It's fine. Should be nice if the person here had more than a -1 in wit. Oh my gosh. It's fine. I'm going to attempt to detach the adhesive and slowly release the tension. Ooh, hang on, I have a bottle of sunlight. We're gonna
That's a
do
fact.
the Indiana Jones swap. Sort of. I am carefully detaching the adhesive.
The bottle of sunlight is a far cry from how heavy this thing is.
What about the other half of his sword?
It's on the other side of the room, but if you could get a hold of it, it'd probably be about the same weight.
Okay.
Use your tongue. You're a frog.
Yes, lick the only blade portion of the weapon.
Yes, I should definitely stick my tongue on a rusted, ancient, dusty murder weapon.
It is not dusty. It is probably the best kept thing in this.
Okay,
room.
never mind. Instead of giving me tinnitus, it'll just cut my tongue off. That's a good idea.
Yep.
Well. How... I don't want to stretch this string any further than I've already pulled it, because if it goes all the way up, it'll probably trigger the thing.
Or it'll just break, and that'll trigger the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like a chunk of rock next to me?
Sure.
I'm gonna use the rock.
You're just gonna Indiana Jones this?
We're just Indiana Jonesing this. Like, we're not doing like the quick swap because we're already taking it slow. Like, I'm detaching the adhesive, grabbing a rock, chunk.
So, what's the plan? You're gonna use the rock to pin the string in place?
Yes.
Okay. So, you find a pretty big rock. You decree that insufficient. You break off part of the shelf the thing was resting on. That'll be sufficiently heavy.
There we go. We combine these two things. This just has to hold long enough for me to get most of the way out of here.
Convince me this isn't a grace roll.
No, it is just,
This
can
looks
I
like a
hold...
grace roll.
Can I hold all of these things in my hands at once? Yeah, this is a grace roll.
So how do you feel about grace?
Badly. I feel badly about it. Does anyone who's watching want to give me a +1? That'd be super wonderful. I'm only stealing the MacGuffin.
I'll give a -1. How's that?
Thank you. I appreciate you.
No.
That's not. I want to let it happen, but I don't think it's allowed to.
Well,
No, I'm not going to do that anyway.
he already gave Gelden a +1 to a roll. I'm just gonna roll. We're just gonna roll and see what the dice say. Okay, that's a mixed beat. I'll take it.
All right.
Hey, yeah, so the mix beats is
The mixed beat is that it sort of holds, but I can see it slipping, and I'd better start running.
let me see. No, you know what?
It works, but
you're the
someone
one
finds
that
me.
brought up Indiana Jones. The mix speed is run away from the boulder.
Yeah!
We knew this was going to happen. You knew this was going to happen.
Fabulous! I Indiana Jones, like I've got this giant vase in one arm and this giant rock and chunk of cabinetry in the other arm, and I like swap them, and it goes crack, twang, but it doesn't set off the alarm.
Yes, it's only sent the boulder, not run the bells.
It only set off the trap, which is fabulous. I'm gonna run now. Do I think that
Good
running
stuff.
through the servants' quarters will get me killed because it's too twisty and windy? Oh, it's only big enough for me to crawl around in, isn't it?
The answer to your question is you are running so you don't have to use the servants' quarters. The boulder is going to block the doorway to the rest of it, except through the servant quarters.
So I'm trying to get out of the door before I get...
Before you're sent back through the labyrinth.
Okay. Alright, I run! What do I roll to run? Daring, obviously.
Sure.
Yay! Crap! And I trip and fall, and the vase breaks.
Ooh.
Like, maybe I get out, but I land with a shattering crash.
You trip and fall, and you land with a really loud bang, and then you realize that this vase is so heavy because it's almost solid, and that wasn't enough force to break it. But it did make a whole ton of noise, and you know who that boulder won't stop coming through that doorway?
We're gonna get back up and keep running.
Running isn't an option. There's only one doorway left to you. Oh no, wait, no, that's a mixed beat. Yeah, okay, you make it through.
Alright, okay, I make it through.
You make it through, you can run, you don't have to use the servant quarters. But listening chaos, while you're trying to do your mesmerize thing, you hear a bang like a gunshot echoing through the halls, and Herc is off before you have time to blink.
Wait, I thought he didn't move that fast.
He doesn't, no, I just mean he's running now.
Okay, I'm going
Herc
to...
is now running.
So I'm going to, like, fall, and I'm going to, like... Let me see. I'm going to become, like, jelly under his feet, so that he has to, like...
Okay, what's your rolling for that? Defy disaster?
Yeah, let's do that. Can I use grace for that? I'm gracefully puddling around his feet in order to trip him up.
To be fast and skilled enough.
Huh?
To be fast enough and skilled enough to trip him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go with grace, I guess.
All right, great. This is so I can actually, like, be helpful and effective. Okay. 6.
Would have been great if you had just stuck to your role and gone sneaking around like I'd asked you to, and then someone who could teleport could be here, and then... It's fine.
Well, you know what? That's not how you make drama, okay? You have the fighting person sneak, and you have the sneaky person fight.
Oh my gosh, you guys are the worst.
I got 11.
This isn't a story, you idiots. We're just trying to live.
Herc does that whole cartoon sputter out of control and faceplant to wall. It kind of occurs to you that the wall got the short end of that stick, but you have successfully purchased Vivelda sufficient or more time.
More time.
He's like, what the hell?
GG Gilded.
Yes.
You hear a gunshot sound, and the thing you were fighting appears to go into a panic and run back into its room and hide in one of the hardest to reach corners.
Okay, so the monster is off me now, right?
Yes, the monster apparently has better things to do.
Okay, I'm going to shut the door, and then I'm going to go take off after the bullet noise.
Okay. You enter the courtroom to find to find a grease puddle and a very upset Herc who is trying to get back on his feet and run down the hallway.
Easy now, big guy. Look, we don't want to hurt you. Don't make us.
He is not responding to words.
All right,
He
kid, you
wants
want
to
to
hurt
dance? Let's
you.
dance. So I pull out Hugh, and I'm like, I don't want to do this, but if you're making me, you're making me. Let's do this.
Okay, what you rolling?
Roll with grace to fight.
Okay.
Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, that's
You
what I
gotta
was
put a
saying.
space
Oh,
there.
yeah. Daring or grace. Seriously, grace is your better stat, and you have a +1? Why am I not here?
I'm supposed to be a bard, guys.
They
I'm not
said
supposed to be
you
the
were
fighter.
an adventurer.
Mhm.
I am, but I'm the face of the situation.
Oh my
There are other
gosh.
ways to adventure. You should know, bard.
Okay, so choose two of those fight options.
So, fight. When you seek to incapacitate someone with violence, roll plus daring or plus grace. On a 7 to 9, you get to pick 2, and your opponent picks 1. So your options are A, flirt with or provoke your opponent and gain a string on them. Provoking, yes. Flirting, I don't think so. Not right now. Through violence or cutting words, inflict a condition. I'm imagining that Herc has 5. C, create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction. Which is basically what you guys are doing right now. You're trying to create opportunity for me to get out of here. Or D, take an opponent from your object or seize a superior position.
All right, I'm going to create an opportunity for an ally and seize a superior position.
Okay, very good. So what happens is Herc, you throw your mace at you, and Herc whips his broken sword around and deflects the mace, and you gain a condition.
Oof, bad day for conditions.
Rebounds the mace into your face, is what happens.
Angry, frightened, guilty, hopeless, or insecure.
So someone already has 2 of those, so maybe not those 2.
I have angry and insecure.
Well, you're going to be in as good a state as Vivelda really soon. It's a pity that your conditions don't give you any bonuses.
Unfortunately, your mace struck with more force than Herc had footing, and he is now officially prone at your guys' feet.
Can I make an argument for hopeless? Because, or no,
Yes.
not hopeless, guilty.
Oh.
Because I'm doing this and I really don't want to hurt him, but I gotta. So this would be a good argument for guilty.
Yeah, that's fair. I believe we're just buying time for Vivelda, right? So Vivelda, make a roll.
Fab.
What you doing? How you doing it?
So I need to get away from his room. I need to get at
Yes.
least 2 corridors away from his room.
In hopes of losing him.
In hopes of losing him in his own house. I realize this is a bad idea.
Okay.
However, since his room is built into the stairwell, it's got lots of corridors. And the only ones I explored are the ones that he usually travels.
That makes sense.
So I've got 2 choices here. There are lots of untraveled corridors that I could attempt to hide in. My footsteps would obviously be very visible in the dust. But if I duck into the servants' quarters and then go down the untraveled spaces, I could do that. However, I'd be very, very slow that way because the servants' quarters are about big enough for me. So I'd have to push this giant heavy vase ahead of me, which would be really loud.
Yep.
So all my options are bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So far as basic moves, I'm looking at Defy Disaster or Call on a Toxic Power.
Cool. Is there a toxic power here for me to call on?
You'd be surprised.
Cool. I'm gonna do that. That sounds terrible. Let's do it. When you parlay with the toxic power, ask your question, roll plus spirit. How do I get out of here with this vase? Alive. Wow, I can't roll anything good. On a mixed beat, it answers the question and the GM chooses one. A, it takes something from you, either knowledge, reputation, or something physical. B, you mark a condition, or C, it gains a string on you. So I get my question answered.
Vivelda,
Thank you.
you have an old maid's outfit. And I mean, like, you don't belong in high society, obviously, but
Rude.
maybe you belong as a maid. And then it occurs to you that this poor feather duster is so old that it can redust things. It doesn't remove the dust anymore. So you could go down the dusty paths and then cover up your tracks with it.
And my aim is to go up through the corridors to try to sneak out in high society.
That's the toxic power. The toxic power is, of course, this is where the solution comes from, because this is where you belong.
Rude.
That's the toxic power. You asked it for help.
Cool.
The feather duster, while wearing the maid outfit, probably they're connected, will cover up your tracks if you go down the dusty hallways.
Well, my main problem with that is that it doesn't let my friends know that I made it out.
That sure does sound pretty much like someone else's problem. Do you, by chance, have the condition insecure already?
Yes.
That's fair. Okay.
The two I'm missing are frightened and hopeless.
Well, you're probably at least one of those, but I'm not going to make you mark that condition.
Actually, I think I do want to take the condition frightened.
If you want it, the other option is I take something from you.
Well, you see, if I take the condition frightened, and then I run the wrong way, up, up, up. To clear frightened, you run away and leave something important behind, such as the rest of your entire party. So my thought is that I'll take frightened and then clear it.
You want to make your bed?
Well,
Nope.
We'll see how well that works.
Not today, Steve.
Take frightened and proceed down one of the
Untrammeled paths.
untraveled road.
Alright, that's what I'm doing. I'm running away. So you guys stall, but don't die. Gosh, I wish I could teleport!
Listening chaos.
Yes.
It looks like we're doing this in initiative order, which would make you next. What you gonna do?
Okay. So, if he was not as strong, I would try to wrap around him like a snake. But I might be ripped to shreds, so I won't do that.
That is a fair assessment of what would happen. Yes.
So, instead of that, what I'm gonna do is a lot more. Okay, so I don't know this stuff. Most of the stuff that's happening. I just know that. Okay, I'm gonna turn to a ball, like a big squishy ball, and just surround his lower legs and feet.
Okay.
So my reasoning is want to. So that I'm trying to like impede him when it comes to fighting with um TG Gildan. And as far as I know, Velda is still, you know,
Yep.
in trouble. So I just
So
want to make.
giving your friend an advantage would be under the fight move. You want to make another fight move? And specifically encapsulate him with your actions?
Sure, but I'm going to use Witchfire though to
Okay.
do that. Yeah, so I'm basically okay. So let's do that. Oops, wrong window. Here we go. All right, let's see. What do we got? 9. That's not great. 9 is not fantastic.
On a 7 to 9, choose 2 and your opponent chooses 1 in the fight move.
Okay, give me a second.
I could read them out for you.
Sure, you can do that.
Flirt or provoke your opponent and gain a strain on them. Through violence or cutting words, inflict a condition. Create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction. Take an object from your opponent or seize a superior position.
Okay, so I think.
Oh wait, hold on, I forgot. TG gave an opportunity to you with their last move, so you get a +1. So that's actually a 10. You get to pick 3 of those.
Oh, 3, even better. Okay.
Yeah.
So definitely gonna give advantage. That's the first thing. The second thing is I'm gonna make it so that he's. Shoot, let me go back to here. Okay, here we go. Conditions. I can add a condition, right?
Yeah, you could inflict a condition on him.
Okay, so I'm going to take away his ability to fight. So I'm going to hamper his ability to fight.
I'm pretty sure you just say you want to mark a condition, and then I mark a condition appropriately.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
sorry.
so I added a condition to him, and then I'm going to also give an advantage to my ally. And the last thing, okay, go back to this thing. My wife was messing around with me, so I got distracted. Let's see. One other thing that I could do is I'm going to provoke him to get a string.
Okay. And with his 1, he's going to inflict a condition on you.
Okay. Where's my thingy? It's over here. Which condition does he inflict on me?
Which one do you think would be appropriate?
Well, let's see. I'm acting in a brave manner, so it wouldn't make sense to be afraid.
It might make sense to feel hopeless. Most of the time when you're fighting Herc, it looks pretty hopeless. You could also go for guilty, because you are supposed to be the one sneaking around, and you know Vivelda would have an easier time with what you're doing. You could also
I could do that. I can do guilty.
Guilty, because Vivelda had a plan, and this is not that.
Not because of that. It's not. I'm more guilty because I feel like I'm not giving enough time for Vivelda to get away, and also I feel guilty because TG is like just been smacked, and I feel like everyone is fragile, so I'm like, I feel guilty that he got hit anyway. Yeah. Like if I'd done it better, he wouldn't be hit at all.
Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah. That's the thing. Okay. I guess that's it.
TG.
Yes, Dungeon Master.
What you up to? You got you got a +2 if you want to keep smacking him, but you could do anything if you like.
So, +2 to roll, huh?
Yes. If you want to keep smacking him, you only got a +1 if you want to do anything else.
I'm going to get to my feet. I am furious at this point, and I'm gonna just swing Hugh, go get him right, like, as close to his nose as I possibly can. That's a 9.
That's a 9. And you already included your +2. So, choose 2 off the list.
You know, I really should memorize all of these.
I haven't.
I'm going to provoke my opponent and take a string on him, and then I'm going to inflict a condition.
Okay, he is going to inflict a condition in response. Gain a strain on Herc.
Rock on. I'm just going to yell out, "You dense bastard! You could have ran!" And then just, like, swing.
Intense bastard. What a statement.
Wow, this is going great, you guys.
Oh, okay.
What condition am I taking?
You get to pick, generally.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm feeling hopeless right now. Slave to my own emotions.
Also, you're fighting the one guy you were told if someone's going to fight him, get someone else too.
That one guy that I am the get someone else to do.
No, you were told not to fight the bugger.
Mm.
Well, they want his head. I'm not sure how they expected me to get his head without a fight.
You're supposed to be getting other people to get his head.
You want the answer? The people upstairs thought you'd recruit a group and then get them all killed in the killing of him. They expected you to gather cannon fodder and throw it at him until the problem was solved.
Yeah, see, but I'm too nice of a guy for that.
I think we'll find those above aren't.
This is true. All right, so yeah, swing it, like clock him in his head, and then swing back and wrap it up around his neck and kind of like yank it tight. Not necessarily like strangulation yet, but like I want to have a good handle on him.
Okay. A rope pulls both ways, as they say, and he spins you around through the muscle in his neck and slams you into a wall. So that's how he inflicts his condition.
So, I just want to say this. Since that's the second time, he's been hurt, and what's it called? I'm closer to my true form than I was before. I'm technically at a 4 right now as a Naga.
What do you mean?
So, like, basically, so Naga's, you're saying the Venom thing at 4.
The Venom track. Okay.
Yeah. So at 4, and I have a condition, which means, okay, I think I have to use my move.
Yep, that's what it says.
I think I have to. Let me see. Your Nagamani turns appearing to... Okay. When you have more than 2 conditions and your Nagamani is 3 or more, after any roll you make, you can use the force of a toxic card. Okay. Oh, never mind. I don't have to.
It says
I
can.
Oh, no, here it is. If it hits 4 and you have at least 1 condition, you can't hold back and you unleash your venom.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. If you're not... So... Okay. Yeah, so that's why I kind of have to. Alright, so that means, my next fight turn, I do something ridiculous. Alright, go ahead.
It is next to your turn. Listen,
all right.
Chaos.
So it's my it's my turn, and I guess at this point, like feeling guilty about like not giving Novelda enough time, and feeling guilty, of course, because this guy is getting like smacked around like a doll. I'm gonna be like, that's enough, and then I'm gonna like just rise up, and I'm going to like engulf his head with all the malevolence and anger of like countless ages of watching sentient creatures destroy themselves for no reason. Like, it's just pure celestial fury at
Might
the.
I offer the symbolism of a vortex of golden snakes because someone recently had acquired a golden snake artifact?
Oh yeah, that too. I could do that too. So yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say it actually. So while I'm like engulfing his head, like the eye is gonna just like become super bright, and just like blast him with with my Yuri because it can't contain itself anymore. So I'll do that, and I guess so. It's an 8, but because it goes up 1, it becomes a 10 plus. So yeah. So I got a 10 plus success on him, and just like I kind of just like wrap his head around and then just blast light into the cone that is like surrounding his head while like choking him out and like screaming at him with like primal animalistic rage.
Okay.
That sounds very healthy.
Sounds very healthy. Which ones are you gonna pick? I presume. I presume
So
you pick marker condition.
one of them is market condition, yeah. And I guess the other one is shoot, where's that question? I think it's like,
Flirt
what's your
or
weakness?
provoke, create an opportunity, take an object, or seize a superior position.
I'm gonna
You get
take his weapon
2
from him.
more of these. You can't
I'm
take
gonna-
his weapon.
Huh?
You can't take his weapon.
Oh, I can't take his weapon?
No, we've been over this. You can't take someone's
Yeah,
weapon.
yes. No, oh yeah. No, well, I didn't know if it was a sword. I think he was a. Okay, I didn't think it was a sword.
Whatever
That's why.
weapon they're using to murder
Wielding
you.
The broken
Oh, okay.
half of a sword.
All right, got it.
And I don't think he's actually used that to stab anyone yet.
Okay, so then, shoot, this is a unique question that they get. I can't remember what it was. Naga. Oh, here it is. Are you not smitten? So I'm gonna ask him, what would it take to move past this trauma? Like, you keep fighting and you don't need to fight right now. What would it take to?
That figure out a person move, not fight to incapacitate.
Oh, okay. I can't use it in the fight.
You can.
You could if you want. You just would have to use a different move, which is fine. I'll
Oh.
even let you keep the full success.
Well, it says when you figure out a person during a physical conflict.
Yeah,
may
figure out a person is bolded, they meant the move.
When you take the
Okay.
move, figure out a person during a
Got
physical
it.
conflict.
Okay,
Which
got
this
it.
is definitely. You are not going to find a more physical
Okay.
conflict.
Okay, so in that case, I can't do that. All right, so then, all right, add a condition.
Well, you can
Yeah.
switch. You can say, "DM, can I change from rolling the fight move to the figure out a person move?"
No, I won't be as good. That's why. I'll definitely mess up worse.
No, I'm letting you keep the success.
Oh, you'll be okay. So in that case, figure out a person instead then. And then so yeah, I'll ask him what it'd take to get by this trauma. And
You get to ask 2 questions plus your free question.
So when you go to your character sheet, there's a Truths of Heart and Blade section right next to your stats, and that is specifically it will tell you the 2 questions you get to pick one of these questions.
And
Yeah.
you all the one question you pick of those 2 counts separately, so you get that one plus 2 more from the list.
I just no, it's more like I just can never find this thing on the darn sheet.
I'll
It's
read it
such
to
a
you.
big book. Okay, here it is. Figure out a person. All right. That's not an example. Oof.
What are your feelings towards blank? What do
I
you
just
hope
think
to
he
get
shouldn't be
from-
fighting. Oh, here we go. What are my feelings? All right. What are your? How do you What do you love most? And
Playing
let's see.
Naga.
What are your feelings towards your deceased friend? Those are my 3 questions.
So you picked. What are your feelings towards blank?
Yeah, your friend that's passed away.
Okay, and what do you hope to
Um,
get from?
Yeah, what do you love most? That's the other thing I'm gonna say.
Okay.
And the third one is, what will it take for you to get past this trauma?
Okay, which is the Naga special question.
Mhm.
So there's a. Did we ever post it, Drenda? Do you know? Did we ever post the duel rules? Where are they?
The diceless dueling handout I can put in the rules in PDFs. Let me put it in game. I'm dropping a thing into in game. This is dangerous, though.
This is dangerous. That's because your question, listening chaos.
Mm-hmm.
This trauma is specifically something under the list of shatters.
Shadows?
Shatter.
Oh, shatters.
Click on that, go to the second page, and find the list shatter, and then read what type of stuff we're talking about.
Yeah, so shatter. Okay.
I'll take a picture for you.
So, there's like beasts, chosen, devoted, infamous, nature witch, scoundrel, the seeker, spooky witch, and trickster.
Okay, so for our listeners, we are talking about a diceless dueling PDF. The Advanced Lovers and Lesbians expansion of Thirsty Sword Lesbians includes the ability to duel not by rolling opposing fight moves, but by effectively wagering things on your character sheet. And what Armsteel, I believe, is saying is, so when you wager things on your character sheet, they start at yields, they can go up to burns, or they can go up to shatters. A shatter is, for say, the chosen, you end your destiny in tragedy. For the spooky witch, you sever your connection to the unseen permanently. For the devoted, you forsake your devotion entirely. It basically takes your central conflict, what your character's main struggle is, and breaks it. It's like you will have a tragic ending. In order for Hercules to get past this tragedy, he would have to accept that his story has ended in tragedy.
Oh, he's a chosen?
I don't know.
So Hercules, so in this wagers, you can yield stuff like give your opponent a strain, take a condition, and that's the lowest one. Or you could escalate to burns, and you could like cross out a move you have taken, you can't take it again. Period. Or name an ally who will never give you a strain again. Period. Or ruin your sword, it can't be repaired, like that Goliath of a sword line in 2 pieces that he carries around. Or take the central conflict, the central motivator of your character, and have it end in tragedy. Hercules has gambled everything for the sake of keeping that vase away from those above. He's put everything he is on the line, and he's given it up in the name of keeping that vase out of the above. What would it take to move past this tragedy? Hercules has put himself in a tragedy. To remove the tragedy, you'd have to remove him.
Okay.
So that's the answer to your tragedy question.
Okay. And so, what does he love the most then?
He loves the monsters the most.
The monsters the most.
His children.
Mm. Okay. Well,
and you have one more question.
The other question was...
What are your feelings towards your dead friend?
Yeah, what are your feelings towards your dead friend?
He would hold the world back for his friend. And he believes that's what's been asked of him, and he's going to try.
So
He'd
I
hold
think
the entire world at bay if that's what he needed to do.
I think that stealing this thing from him is probably a bad thing, even if it's not as bad as killing him outright. Out of character.
Well, you don't know that, so you're still running
I don't know
away.
any of this. I'm still running away.
Like, damn it. and be like, "Damn it, I feel worse."
What would it take to move past this trauma? No.
No.
Death. It will take death.
Give me angst or give me death, which is more angst.
All right. So, So, well, anyway, I'm still blasting him. Well, I mean, not blasting him. I guess I'm just doing the thing that makes him reveal all his secrets. And I guess
I like the idea that like you've just encapsulated him in this golden snake tornado, and you're like peering into his soul.
yeah. So,
Your soul is stained with the blood of the innocent.
or it's stained with the blood of your own lost loves.
Of his past.
Feel their pain.
So, okay, well, I guess that's it. I guess that's my turn. So I can't do anything else right now.
So, TG, potentially even scarier than Herc, is a tornado of ink and gold enveloping Herc, and primal screaming. I'm not entirely sure what one is expected to do in this context.
Well, I have got all but one emotion flowing freely out of me right now.
You have 4 conditions marked?
Yeah,
Urine.
Get out of there.
I am.
Listening,
I
how
am.
many conditions do you have?
Just one.
Listening.
Huh?
TG, you gotta get out of there.
I am a hero. Heroes don't get out of there.
Oh my gosh.
Either he is dying today, or I am.
TPKO. Hold on, what?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, either he's dying here and now, or I am. Let's do this. Let's move for the kill shot.
So
Well, it can't get much more. It can't get more advantageous than this. There's a tornado on his head.
Right? What's the kind of pluses I'm getting from him right now?
Any plus you have from him, from his soul being dissected, is negated by the fact you have to aim through a tornado.
Oh, well.
Unfortunately, no one rolled to give you a +1 right now.
Yeah, if they picked
Fair.
give an ally an opportunity, that gives you a +1 to your next thing.
That being said, you are just kind of throwing a mace into a tornado and hoping it works out, so...
I feel like it's more of like a flail type thing than strictly
Is there
picking a mace.
any part of him sticking outside of this tornado?
He is big.
He's
And-
pretty big. The tornado... we'll say there's parts of him you can make out clearly through the tornado.
Okay, is
Oh
his
no,
hand...
he's tall. You can look down into the tornado.
Can I see his hand holding his sword?
Yes.
I'm going to kick his hand with his sword into his neck.
Yeesh.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
Did you roll
dark.
fight?
Make me a roll.
dark. That is dark.
I'm going to use a love point.
Okay, quick pause. Are we okay with the direction this is going? Do we need to lighten it back up a little bit?
Good question. Is everybody okay with me killing Herc?
Well, I don't know if you can, for starters.
Agreed.
If you guys get to the point where Herc will go down and you decide you're doing a killing blow, yeah, I won't stop you from killing Herc.
Okay. What did listening have to say?
Well,
Okay, sorry.
I am really just focused on talking to him, since that's like I really wanted to not have to go the path of violence. It's not really my style. So, in the meantime, like all you see is like the cacophony of power on this guy's head. So I am not a non-issue in this
I'm
because
asking
I'm
you
focused on
out
him.
of character.
No,
Out of character. Oh, you said
The
listening.
flame.
That's why.
Sorry, your name tag reads listening. Out of
Okay,
character,
yeah.
loose bundle
Out of
stakes,
character.
Astronomicon chaos.
I'd rather he not kill him, but I mean that's sometimes people gotta die. So and it's been very clear, I think, through conversation and like will and all other kind of stuff, is that not only is he willing to kill, since he was throwing stone chairs at a child.
You are not
Oh,
a child and have never been. Not been a child for hundreds of years.
He doesn't know what I am. So he was throwing a chair. What stone chairs? What he thought was a shape shifting
Shapeshifter.
child or something. So
Who
that's
pretended to be him.
yeah. So that's like. So what do you say?
He was throwing chairs at someone who pretended to be him, and then someone who tried to play with his emotions to get it off easy. That's what he was throwing chairs at.
Yeah.
Like, he's not throwing chairs at a child. The violence he is doing is
No, what I'm saying, he's willing to kill. What I'm trying to say, he's willing to kill others.
Now that Vivelda has the vase, death is definitely on the table.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's. So I'm saying he's willing to kill people, and then second, what do you call it?
regardless, if out of character people are uncomfortable with this, we do not have to do this. Drama is completely valid.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we have options here. We can be dramatic, and I want to play in a game that everyone is having fun with.
Yeah, I'm having fun. I think it's fun either way. Like I said, I think there's good stuff if he survives and he just has a grudge against the party, and there's also good stuff if like he dies and then like there's a bunch of hungry monsters that are set free in the city from now on. I mean, there's lots of narrative direction to go.
Okay. Okay, that's what I wanted to check because you said this is getting a little dark, and I wanted to see how we were doing.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I mean, dark as in I say this is that's interesting from now on. That'll. Okay.
Yeah. Either this move is gonna kill him or kill me. Like.
Yeah, I don't know who
it's a big moment.
I don't know who TG is. I just know that he's about to try to. I don't know who TG is. I don't know he's trying to kill this guy, and that's as far as that is. If I knew he was trying to kill him, I would stop him, but I don't. I'm focused on stopping this force of nature of a beetle, and my whole concentration is on that. I don't know that I'm making an opening for him to be murdered.
Okay.
So TG. You got a mix beat. And
I did.
What were your two choices?
So you can't actually stab him in the throat. That's not mechanically a thing. You can have him take a condition. If he takes enough conditions,
he'll go down.
Let's say he has 4 condition spots. If he takes 5 conditions, he becomes unconscious. And then at that point, if we wanted to do a killing blow, that would be a valid option.
Okay, I'm going to inflict a condition and take an object.
So that one is specifically paired with or sees a superior position because not every NPC has an object you can take.
Okay, well in that case, then I will inflict a condition and seize a superior position.
Okay. That means +1 next time you roll combat, and I have marked a new condition for him.
Okay.
Okay, side note real quick.
My turn.
Hold on just one moment and then I will hand it over to you, okay?
Go ahead.
So where is it? Okay, so to clear insecure, take a rash action to confront the object of your jealousy and prove you are worth without a plan or advice. I'm pretty sure that fits securely in the area that I have been in.
Yeah, if he chooses you mark a condition in response, then you are just down.
Okay, so can I clear insecure?
Because we're engaging in things rashly?
Alright, now it's up to you, Vivilda.
Wait, did I have you, did I tell you what
No.
Herc does in response to you
You
attacking
have
it?
not yet.
Yeah, there we go. Hercules is going to provoke and gain a strain.
What's he say?
He says, You come to an old man's house, you impersonate his children, and you try to take all that he lives for, and you expect me to bow?
I don't expect you to bow, but I expect you to die.
Interesting. Instead of dark. Ugh.
And a hush falls over the crowd. I'm sorry, did I break somebody?
I chose to take a strain which I was not ready to properly calculate, so I was just typing up stuff.
That's fine. Okay, I picked to run away. A little bit earlier,
Yes,
I picked to run
you
away.
chose to run away. I did purposefully skip your turn because you're in a labyrinth and this is going to take a while. I should have said something, but
That's
it is your turn.
fine.
Go.
I know, I understand. I can't. I can't run away. I can't do this. It's killing me. Is there? I'm in these dusty halls. Is there a door? A door of some kind?
There's plenty of doors. What you looking for?
I want a door that I could potentially, maybe, theoretically get to via not Herc's house later, to stash this thing behind.
There is a colored doorway.
Oh, what color is it?
Green. It's on the lower level. That's green.
Do I know how to open this doorway?
No, because someone shuffled all of the doorways.
Damn it. I don't know whose fault that is.
But if you hide this on the other side of that doorway, theoretically, in the labyrinth of green doorways, there's a way into that room.
Alright. Okay, we're doing that. I'm gonna set this down. I'm gonna tuck it into a little nook and cranny, dust some dust over it, and then I'm gonna book it back.
Good choice.
We're not gonna be able to find this green door again, and if we can't, I'll take that. I can't leave my friends to fight this thing alone.
That is a fair assessment of what the heck is going on.
Like, the guilt is just destroying me.
Okay.
So I'm coming back. That might take me a bit.
Here comes the airplane. That's a reference joke. No one gets it. It's pretty funny, though.
I still think it's funny. Okay. Maybe one more turn. I don't know. Like, it took me a while to get there, but maybe it could take me like one more turn to get back.
I'm of the impression getting into trouble takes less time than getting out of trouble, so probably just the one turn.
All right, so you guys both have one turn to survive. Don't effing die.
It'd be really hard for me to die in one turn.
God!
I have
Even I
one
can't die in
condition.
one turn.
Who's got what they want to do, guys?
Yes. So, is it my turn now?
Sure.
Okay.
Both you and TG get a turn before Vivelda's allowed to show up and outmuscle the muscly, or something like that.
Okay. In that case, then, I am going to do something,
Dumb?
dumb? I don't do dumb things. You just don't understand them, okay?
You mean like the thing you're doing right now?
So I'm gonna do, you don't even know what I'm gonna do. So, okay. I am going to avert disaster. My intention is to both save, TG and from Herc, and to save Herc from himself, because I don't want to kill a guy who's already broken, so I'm gonna do that. Okay?
Okay. What
So
you gonna roll
through,
for?
so like, I don't know. So I think, well, depending on how I succeed or fail, I'll describe it in different ways. Okay. I can use grace for this, right?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
say yes.
Okay. All right, I got a 12. All right. So,
You rolled that in the wrong space.
damn it! I keep doing that. All right. So I'm reading stuff that's in game, so like, my apologies. Okay, let's do this again.
Nice
as
roll,
a
though.
as a punishment, I will do it again. Okay, 2. Okay, R 2d6 plus 12. Yep, that's a mixed beat, so that's not as good. Okay, what do you say?
Wah, wah, wah.
I know, right? Not as great. But you know what? I'm gonna turn in my string on Herc, right now, because yeah, this is like for everyone's benefit. That adds a +3, right?
That is what that says.
Great. So I'm gonna use that +3, and I'm going to basically toss him into the distance and grab TG and head into the direction of the last place I saw Vivelda, and I'm gonna scream, "We gotta get out of here!" So that's my plan.
Okay.
So
So because you marked the string, I'm going to presume that like soul to soul you had with Herc,
Mhm.
like opened him up, and he's like, "I know I'm being unreasonable, but this is all I have left."
Mhm.
And you're like, "But I have to protect my friends," and he accepts this, and that's why you got a +3 in game.
Okay, yeah.
I am going to. Where is that? I had it. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. TG, you now have the benefits of not being directly next to the Hulk.
Oh yeah, I
the
grabbed
hulking
him.
Nightmare.
I 100% grabbed him. I went into like mama mode or whatever, and because I can't hurt any of my babies, so I'm saving TG and I'm alerting Vivelda. We're getting the fuck out of here because I'm not gonna kill a man who's already broken, and I won't let him get killed either if I can help it.
You actually have to like contest TG if TG decides you can't just pick him up.
Okay.
I will accept help.
Okay then.
So as soon as I find my feet, I'm going to reach down in my trunk, pull out a bottle of sunshine, down that sucker, smash the empty bottle on the floor next to me, and then I'm going to look over at Chaos, and I'm like, oh, he's not going to stop. I got to hold him back as long as I can. I promise I won't kill him, but you need to go. Go get Viv.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, as soon as you keep talking, I'm just gonna very gently put my finger on your lips and say, "No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Okay, don't worry about me."
That in the distance, is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it the most angry frog you've ever seen?
Huh?
Here comes Vivelda to go clunk someone upside the face.
Okay, well, so wait, when she like runs in, I'm gonna like smile and then I'm gonna like grab her and I'm gonna grab TG and then I'm just like gonna do like a dance and like have us move away.
You gonna teleport?
Two bits. Does the teleport require a willing individual? And second bit, can you successfully grab Vivelda?
That's that's the thing. I'm gonna try. I have to roll, right? So that's my intention. Will it work that way? That's what we got to find out.
No, you and a small number of others who dance with you. Vivelda's not dancing.
Oh, she has to dance with me. When you dance across the boundary into realm beyond, describe it. You know, small. Okay, so she has to be dancing with me.
Yeah.
I can't be super creepy. I mean, like super like silly, and just have you start dancing right away. Because okay, well, whatever. but I'm gonna be like,
You can definitely roll to contain Vivelda.
All right.
Also, you took me out of danger, which triggers help me, which is my side thing.
Oh, what's
So
that?
you can use that to go do your thing.
What does
Here,
help
let
me
me
do?
look it up.
Can you read it to us?
help me. I don't know it.
TG, read
Okay.
us your ability.
Help me. You are a magnet for trouble and hunted by those who would use it for their own purpose. Others mark XP when they defy disaster that would otherwise befall you. In addition,
Oh,
whenever you're captured or your capture reveals something they hope to achieve, gain a string on them and mark XP. So I get a string on Herc, and
Herc never captured you, but listening does get an experience.
okay,
oh, nice.
cool.
You got a
I'll
string
give
on
that. That's
listening.
fair.
So, sorry to break it to you, Herc didn't capture you.
All right, so here's my plan. All right, you guys are retreating. Hercules is just beyond. The vortex is fading. I'm coming through. And as I pass you in the hallway, I'm going to say left, left, third right, turn around, right, right, left. And then I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to say, I'm coming, go.
Wait, go. Where are you going?
I gave you directions.
Okay, so I'll follow the directions then. I'm gonna be like, all right, let's follow that. Let's follow the directions of that frog, and
I'm gonna I'll catch you up. Go, go.
Not before you catch Herc.
Hmm?
Vivelda, it occurs to you you do not weigh enough to be an obstacle for this Herc.
Well, you see, I'm not aiming for Herc. I'm aiming for the wall next to us.
Go.
I know how to fight things as a small girl, and the answer is cheat.
Yeah, that's 100% always the answer.
When I face a superior foe on behalf of my devotion, which I am definitely standing in front of a superior foe right now, well, running towards a superior foe, may I roll plus conditions?
Yes.
Third.
Get it, girl.
I see Herc. He's getting up, and I change the trajectory of my run just in time, and I ram my sword into the solid brick wall in front of me, and it shatters.
Your sword or the wall?
The wall.
Okay,
Oh.
that's good.
It's like, oh no.
And the wall fails, and I drop this entire hallway down. Does it land on me? Maybe a little bit. Does it land on Herc? Probably also a little bit. Will it stop him? Not for long.
Okay. Both of you get pinned under the roof. Unsurprisingly, there's a roof. And Herc is bigger, so he takes more of the falling force. But you are going to be pinned for slightly longer. So you get a -1 to this next turn.
Okay. Can I count all of the crazy things I just did, either as leaving behind something important or sacrificing something important?
Not until you suffer the horrible consequences for your actions.
All right, fine. Can I count
You
this as
mean
breaking
that-
something important to someone I care about? I don't know if I care about her.
I'm gonna be completely clear with you, Vivelda.
Mm-hmm.
You're at 4. Herc is also at 4. The next one you fall. The next one to either of them is down.
Excellent. Okay, good. Fab.
Wait, what? I have one injury. Why would you run into? My God.
Speaking about this, actually, what does the
One.
bottle of sunlight do?
Nothing mechanically?
Yeah, mechanically, the bottle of sunlight doesn't do anything unless I inform you you have a nasty injury.
Gotcha. So I did that for no reason. but I guess I feel better.
Dramatic.
You
It was
definitely
dramatic.
feel better.
You did that. I'm rescuing people because I have moves that let me do things with conditions. Like, it is okay that I have a full roster of conditions. It is okay. So, to be clear, all right, you have 5 condition slots. You can take 5 conditions and still be a functioning human, theoretically. When a condition says you should take another condition past that point, then you go down.
Mm-hmm.
However, NPCs, once their condition boxes are full, are down.
So technically, I have 2 more hits I can take, and Herc only has 1.
Yes.
Also, like, this is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Guys
Aurum,
should
does
be-
Vivilda's act of courage fall under help me?
You have to read us
Yeah,
help me
okay.
again.
All right. I just lost it. Give me a second.
It's okay, I think I can pull it up.
I really need to put my push to talk button on the other buttons.
What are you
Anywho,
choosing?
so help me. You're a magnet for trouble and are hunted by those who would use it for their own purposes. Others mark XP when they defy disaster that would otherwise befall you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that
Do I
wasn't
get
a
an
divide
XP?
disaster move.
No, I think
that
that was a
wasn't
fight
the-
move.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no problem at all. I just wanted to know.
Yeah. Just it was a fight move, and I definitely picked, like, seize a superior position and create an opportunity for an ally.
And
I was about to say.
and deal a condition, I presume.
I was about to say that would inflict a serious condition.
Yeah. I rolled a 13, so I get 3. So I'm gonna go with inflict a condition because I dropped half of his house on him. Does he also
And
inflict a
he's going-
condition?
No, he's not going to inflict a condition. Yes, he's going to inflict a condition because I want both of you to fall at the same time because it'd be hilarious.
Yes.
This boss fight could have been so much worse. You guys don't even know.
Okay. So I drop half of a house on us, and we are both dazed. Hear me out. I drop half this corridor on us, and we both hit the floor, and our heads go crack with a sound that is not good. Your head is not supposed to make that sound. And I don't look like I'm getting up, but neither does Herc. So if you want, you can grab me, haul me out, and run, and hope that you remember my directions accurately.
Oh, I trusted you, so I just kept running.
Yeah, I don't think they're nearby, and
Yeah,
I am. I didn't move.
Okay, so
Oh.
we both inflicted a condition on each other.
Oh, okay. So you didn't move?
Yeah,
Then
so-
in that case, I'll stay.
Herc is one away from falling, and so is Vivelda.
Yeah, we're both one away from falling. And we're gonna spend our next turn hauling ourselves out of the rocks of blocks. TG, you should run.
I got 2. I'm fine.
Yeah, I had to a minute ago. Also, I'm going to start retreating. Like, in order to get to us, Herc has to get past a mound of rock. I'm retreating.
Okay.
I don't want to die here.
I'm gonna curb stomp his melon.
What?
Interesting problem with retreating. You see, Herc was throwing rock chairs a moment ago.
Uh-huh.
So that's what you want to do?
Yeah, because there's a corner we can turn.
Okay, roll me grace to turn the corner before you get impaled by large rocks.
Cool, I love rolling grace. It's my favorite thing.
Sounds
wait.
like you get clubbed by large rocks.
Wait, can I want to get in the way of that. So if he's throwing chairs and
Currently he's throwing roofs, but yes.
I'm going to like get in the way. Because
Defy disaster.
yeah, okay. I'm not gonna let one of my kids just get wrecked right in front of me.
I'm not your kid.
Okay, I'm gonna huh?
I'm not your kid.
Everyone's my kid.
I'm stab
All
you
right.
after I get done stabbing this guy.
After you get done standing up. All right, I got a 10.
Very nice. You do that whole like jump tackle out of the way, but you don't pull that super common anyone could make superhero mistake where you then stand up
Shot.
in the way of harm.
Right? Oh
You
my
just
gosh.
keep lying down.
So dumb.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna be like, get out of here, please. I don't want to die.
I'd love to get out of here. Why aren't you idiots retreating?
And you're still here.
I'm trying to retreat.
Everyone is too nice. Get out of here.
Hate you all.
I can teleport. Get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah,
Follow
you
your
can
directions.
teleport. Let's go.
Yeah, go. Goodbye. See you later. Okay.
Mound of rubble will not hold for much longer. You
Mhm.
guys got to decide who's staring him down, because if no one does, you all are.
I'm
Okay.
taking him down.
No,
I am taking him.
I'm done. Okay, I'm gonna just start dancing.
You're so stupid. I tell TG, and I grab him, and I totally am just gonna dance with you. I'm like, go, 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 do the Macarena.
TG, you have never teleported via dancing before,
But
so
you've-
these people have decided it's
You've-
time for the It's
Yeah,
time
it's-
for the 80s disco in the middle of
you-
this horrible fight.
This is actually pretty funny because like we're all like bloodied and beaten, and I'm just like, just run, go save yourself, and they're just like, no, I'm gonna save you, and I'm just like, I'm
We're
tired of
all
this.
saving
And I
each
just
other,
start
and it is so
I'm just doing
dumb.
muscle, and you're just like, what? And TG's just like, what's going on? Their minds have broken because they just started dancing, and then Vivalda starts dancing, and then she's looking at him, and he's just like, have we all lost our minds? And then he starts dancing.
So, TG, do you actually start dancing?
No, I'm gonna take this guy's head. He's not gonna stop until he kills us, and that's gonna hurt a whole bunch of other people. I've got to take care of this now.
Go with him. I'm trying to explain to you. All right. Look. Okay, we have like 4 different things going on. Look, TG, look at me. I can do this. You need to go.
I am sure that you are sure of that, but look, he is down to his last legs. One of us whack him, he's done for. We move on, we go upstairs where we belong.
All right. What I'm hearing is that none of us are leaving.
I'm gonna stop dancing then, and I'm gonna shake my head, and then I'm gonna be like, ugh.
All right. Let's
And then-
go.
Drama takes time, suckers! 2 of you are taking a condition. Which 2?
Told you to just let me hit him.
I will take a
I'd
condition.
like to not be the person to take a condition at this exact moment.
I
will
am the
happily
only
take
one
a
with an extra condition
in a
slot.
moment.
Actually, I'll take both conditions. Actually,
No, actually, listening has the least conditions.
yeah, I'll take
That
2.
is true.
So
Okay, I will allow... yeah, I'll just give that to you. Listening
Okay.
takes 2 conditions.
Okay.
okay, now get the hell out. Can we-
I'm taking
Now-
I'll get hit by a bunch of boulders. So basically, we're just gonna do like the Charlie's Angel pose, and we're just gonna like stand together, and we're gonna face him down together.
All right. Well, you.
For
Okay.
the record, what I'm picturing is like the anime flex your chest out and all the rocks explode, to which you guys are like, the power of friendship, and the rocks just like bounce harmlessly off one of your friends because...
Wait, no. What's that movie called again? Guardians of the Galaxy. This is like Guardians of the Galaxy. We're at the end where they're surrounding that guy, and then Star-Lord starts dancing, and
The
everyone.
dance battle.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then everyone is just like, "What?" And then, so then we stop dancing, and we're like, "Okay, time to like actually do some shit." Oh.
Can I hit him now?
Someone's gotta, because he's very unhappy.
Okay.
I'm gonna
can
hit
we
him.
roll together to hit him?
Sure.
Use like a laser.
What's going on is someone rolled to hit +3, and we're just going to assume you all attack in unison. But that
Yeah.
does mean if you
Geldin,
fail,
you
you're
have a
all
+1.
taking the condition.
Geldin, you have a +1. Let me effing roll.
No, you're rolling +3 because there's 3 of you. This is the power of friendship.
Can I also roll plus my conditions?
Half your conditions.
Let me roll, because if I do this on my own, I have a +5.
Fair.
Idiots!
Okay.
I
But
can
if I
do
can make-
this!
If I Kamehameha, I have a +7. So go ahead, you do that.
I would like
So,
to roll
in-
plus my conditions, not plus my lunatic friends, but plus the one that I gave earlier to a superior position.
Yeah,
I'm
go for it.
going to help out Vivelda by giving her velocity, by chucking her, consentingly throwing her at Herc so that she can get the height advantage and the velocity needed.
Oh, I'm gonna blind him with my
Herc
eye.
also chose to gain an advantage on you, so that +1 and -1 negate. Sorry.
Okay. Do I get any +1s for my friends being stupid?
You just gave up your. You gave up your friends
Stupid.
in virtue of doing this yourself.
Yeah, because I get a +5 that way.
Okay.
There we go.
I got an 11. I
Okay.
would like to inflict the final condition, and it doesn't really matter what else I pick.
So the
Can I
question
get a
is,
string on Herc?
Depends. Do you inflict the condition to bring him down, or do you inflict the final condition?
I'm not gonna kill him.
Okay, yeah, gain a string on Herc.
Okay. I'm not gonna kill him. I did
Herc,
all this so
if-
I couldn't have to kill
Like
him.
final moments of consciousness right before you hit him, you see in his eyes that he's just doing this to help a friend, and he gains a strain on you.
Yeah. Does he also inflict a condition on me? Because if he
No,
does,
he
I
only
go
gets to
down.
pick one. He only gets to pick one.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
The dust clears, and I am somehow still standing.
On top of this truly behemoth of a fight.
I'm gonna like sway a little bit and then kind of fall over and be like, "This is why you should have followed my plan.
I scuttle up and immediately catch.
You are allowed to carry me, but only this once."
Well, I can't help but feel that it's time to go.
That my plan would have been better.
Your plan wouldn't have been better. It just, I don't know what to say. You have rose-tinted glasses.
I am standing on top of Hercules with arms full of Vivelda and heart full of seething anger and rage, and I'm fighting with myself to not take this thing's head. It nearly killed all of us.
I'm gonna say, if you do that, hungry monsters are gonna plague the under city forever. I think you don't want to be the one that's responsible for that.
I'm gonna
If we don't, this seething monster is going to plague all of us.
I'm so tired, but like I look up at you and I see the anger in your eyes, and I'm like, "Shatter yourself, you upworlder. You don't know what we go through. Walk away."
I'm going to drop Vivelda.
That's fine. I'm fine.
I'm fine, really.
I'm gonna stand between him
It's a
and Herc.
blung.
I'm gonna like a land, and then I like get myself back up. Like you can tell that every movement hurts, and I draw my sword and I stand between you and Herc.
You're in no condition to fight with me, kid.
I'm gonna say
So maybe you
neither of
shouldn't
you.
then.
Neither of you are in a condition to fight. If you want to take that guy's life, I'm gonna have to knock you out.
So at this, he notices that he is outnumbered and very injured. He grimaces and kind of spits in Herc's direction. And even though he's passed out, I am talking to him. And remember this day when those you tried to kill let you go. And then I'm going to use one of my 2 strings on him and be like, do not follow us. They won't stop me next time.
I don't know if like he can hear us. You can use a string to an unconscious person. However, I would like to petition for him to be like, unconscious, but not unconscious enough to not hear what's going on.
Well, you're not going to let me slap him awake, so...
Like, petition for him to still, like, know what happened, either because one of the other monsters watched and told him, or whatever. So, the rules just say, out of commission.
You hear a broken voice that has been yelling for years longer than it was supposed to operate. You hear the last wish of someone who died 100 years ago. You hear a weak, simple voice full of tears say, I promised to give everything I had, and that's what I gave. I want nothing more with this.
At that, I'm
Then,
going to... Go ahead, sorry.
Hercules begins to turn to stone.
Okay, well, he just up and died on his own of his injuries. That's an option, I guess.
Can I break something?
Yes?
If he's dead already, I'm taking his head.
This is the type of stone where you have to be very careful about that. It'll just crumble to dust if you aren't gentle with it.
Yeah, this isn't, like... It's less stone and more calcified dust. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know this. I don't know how things die, so I'm just gonna swing at his ass. If he turns to dust, then I will gather the dust and bring it to the freaking thing.
I'm gonna say you swing, but because of your injuries, you miss his head and notice the effects and hit his torso, so you can still, like, correct yourself and take off the head carefully if you want.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, I believe you guys have a vase.
Well, it's back there. Maybe listening can carry me.
You, yeah, I'll just pick you up.
Okay.
I'll follow the directions that you gave to find the vase.
Along the way, I'm going to see if listening will be consenting to me carrying them as well. More of a hell of a fight out there. You saved my ass, thank you, kind of thing.
Oh,
TG, do you have do you have a condition that would make it harder to pick someone up and carry them around? Actually, hold on. You drank a bottle of sunlight. Physically, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, physically I'm okay. Emotionally, I am very much not.
You're at the end of your endurance, but not because your body's going to fail you. Never mind, you can carry people.
all right, sure, yeah, I'll sit down.
Yeah, so I scoop you up and I sit you on one of my side saddles, and I was like, that was a hell of a fight out there, man.
Yeah, well, they're carrying me, and you dropped me earlier, so...
Yeah, well, I'm not too happy about being in your presence right now because you stood in between me and the only goal that I was derived possible to do, so... I'm very angry at you, but that does not mean that I do not care.
I'm just gonna start, like, humming while we move through the tunnels.
This might be a good time for someone to notice that Vivelda's wearing a full maid's outfit.
Oh. Neat.
I look down and raise my non-existent eyebrow.
Either wasn't there or no one noticed.
I was gonna bring it up earlier, but then drama was happening and I forgot. I was be like, by the way, also.
I'm gonna say, you can do better than this, child.
I am literally asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I look down at her, kind of grimace, and raise my non-existent eyebrow, and I'm like, how chaotic. It was a right here, yeah?
Vivelda went to sleep. I hope you remember those instructions better.
Yeah, no, I'm fully asleep.
No, I remember. I'm gonna go.
I know the blueprints of this place. I could probably find my way out without asking, but I'm asking to be.
We aren't looking for the way out. We're looking for where Vivelda hid the thing.
Did she say anything about the door?
Yeah, I remembered.
No,
So
I didn't. I said,
Oh.
I said like left, third right, take a U-turn, second left, 2 more rights, there.
There you go.
Like that's all I said.
So I'm taking direction from listening chaos then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pop open my trunk and hand listening a bottle of sunshine for Vivelda.
I actually have a bottle of sunshine in my pocket.
Either
Then you can get me back when you're conscious.
interesting points. Either frogs are way faster than anyone gives them credit for, or weens are way faster than anyone gives them credit for, because this is a pretty good walk.
Okay.
And once you get into the specific room, it's well hidden, but eventually you do procure your stuff.
It's the U-turn direction that throws you off. You're like, what do you mean? And then you turn around and there's another door there. And you're like, okay.
All right.
Before
Gotcha.
falling asleep, I will just say very quietly to listening chaos, I'm not sure we could give the upstairs the thing. Like, I'm not sure we should. But I only
And
say
I'm
that
gonna be
very
like-
quietly to you.
I'm gonna say I know. I'm just gonna like pat your head. I know.
Okay, I'm asleep now.
Yeah, I'm too caught up in my own stuff to listen to other conversations, so I just figured they're whispering amongst each other, so I'll just leave them at that.
Well,
I
that
hand
was
them the bottle
earlier
of sunshine, but
when
other
they
than
were
that,
holding me and you weren't holding us.
So, you have the vase. Does Vivelda get fed the potion?
Yeah. If I get the potion, I'll feed it to him.
Vivelda, do you take to the potion and actually wake up? Because it is your character.
In a minute. I'll wake up in a scene or two.
Okay. Upon procuring the vase, one might... You have 2 options. Carry out the plan as designed, or you could open this with no way of reclosing it and know what you're doing.
if we open it, we become the targets.
No, we could go downstairs to Phoebian's house and rest a bit. That's a third
That's a
option.
fact.
We don't have
Vivian's
to
house
open it.
is somewhere nearby.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, lead the way.
So I'm gonna be unconventional, untypically quiet this whole time. Well, that's not true. I'll be humming, but like with like a far off stare. Just like I never get used to seeing people die. It always feels fresh.
So on your way back out, things are as they always have been, and by that I mean they've changed. The scene in which Hercules died is now it is now an open courtyard with a small hut built in the middle, and the hut is full of stone, like the red iron ore stone. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a solid hut carved out of iron ore that has no insides, in just a super clean clearing with faint like glow insects, faint particles of glowing floating around.
Must be them little critters.
Well, also the world just does this. This is Alice in Wonderland. When
Yeah,
dramatic things happen, the world just changes around it.
This is the second time that's happened. You guys drew a battle arena, and now that battle arena is stone and has a has a ring of flowing salt water around it.
So you get to go to the arena when you're salty.
So yeah, this is unusual, but not like unusual enough that we're like, what is this?
Actually, I've taken to saying exactly that phrase. Things have been as they always. Things are as they always have been, and by that I mean they've changed. I've said that both times now.
That's fair.
Mhm.
So just like,
I like
this
it.
is reality now.
I look at it and go, well, that exists, and then keep moving.
It is kind of jarring, like there used to be a hallway there, and the hallway is still there. It's just been like sheared off to make room for this perfectly circular clearing.
So I stop just before the door, and I ponder for a moment, and then I take a piece of paper out of my little notebook, and I fold it into a flower, and I go over and I put it on the little hut, and I look up at it and stay quiet for just a second and kind of speak out loud to the room, you know, for what it's worth, I'm sorry. And then I walk.
Okay. A short time later at Vivelda's house.
I think it's Vivian's house. I don't know. Do I have a
Vivian's
house?
I don't know how to count. If you do, it's probably with the Adventurers Guild. A short time later at Fibian's house. Fibian is also not here.
She also wasn't in Herc's place.
That's correct.
It's where we were expecting her to be.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I will wake up at some point.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like super, just like bummed. Yeah, I'll put you in Fibian's bed though.
I imagine I tried to get into the house and could not because I am large, and so I am pacing back and forth out front, just like trying to get hold of my faculties.
Tall boy not welcome in our house. What?
Well, I imagine I can squeeze my tall stature into the house, but I've got a triple thick rump, so
Yeah, being triple thick has its disadvantages.
I am thick with 3 C's. Watch out, Escape.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Well, you know what? I'm gonna, like, once you're asleep, I'm gonna go outside and be like, so TG. I guess we almost butt heads there. What exactly you're doing with this little group?
So, like, I ignore you for just a fraction of a second. I'm looking at my my handbook that I've got notes and stuff scribbled into, and I'm just flipping through it madly, and then I just frustratedly rip it in half and toss the things off into the side.
Mm.
And so that is breaking something of mine that is valuable, so that clears a condition if the DM allow.
Okay. I'd like to argue that this is not the preferred way to clear conditions.
Absolutely.
You are correct, but it is a way, unhealthy as it may seem.
Okay, go on.
But yeah, so I'm still waiting for your response. If one comes.
Fib and Viv fell into my house. I was just trying to get something done. They was heading the same direction. Things just kind of cascaded. I don't know where I am right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if I did the right thing, but it's just I'm a hero, man. It ain't supposed to be this tough.
And why isn't it supposed to be this tough?
Because you're a hero. You read the books. You've seen the pictures. You walk around town. We're the big guys. We're the strong ones. Nothing's supposed to hurt us. Look at me. I'm 3 times your size.
That role, that, was true for about, I don't know, never. We're all
This is obviously an exaggeration, but
yeah, like that's been true never. I can say that with complete confidence. But yeah, everyone needs like help and support, and everyone needs to be allowed to fail. Um, when
I'm not
people
supposed.
can't,
I'm the
when
golden
people can't,
child.
when people can't make mistakes, that's when they break. You know, bending is okay. Making a mistake is bending. Bending is healthy. Bend enough time and you get strong. You know, so yeah, you're okay. You're all right.
You know, I've only known you for what it's been like 5 hours. Why is it that I feel like you're the only one that understands?
Mm, I don't know. You pick up things over time. Pick
Just
up
how
on.
much time, Kava?
I can't even remember anymore. But it's a pretty long time. You
So,
see things.
yeah.
You experience things. And you forget a lot of things. You forget more you remember. You start to appreciate like not the story, but just the sentences. If that makes any sense. Then as the sentences disappear, you just focus on the words. And then when the words become blurry, you just focus on the letters. And the letters are super important because if you look at them hard enough, you can just about remember the stories. Just almost. Almost.
So I chew over that response for a minute, and a part of me is acting like I understand, but the part of me that is much more obvious is that I understood none of that, but I understood the sentiment. And so I say, yeah, I guess you're right. And then I waddle over and I kind of plump my big old rump down next to listening, and I open up my trunk and pull out a bottle of the alcoholic stuff, and kind of pop the cork and spit it off into the distance and take a swig, and then hand it to listening and go, does it ever get easier?
Mm, no. No, it doesn't. I'll
Then
take
I
a
guess.
I'll take a swig and then I'll give like I'll take the bottle over to my sword to take a swig, and then I'll return it to TG.
And then I take the bottle and I'm like, well, then I guess like in most things you just got to get used to it. And then I take a
Mm-mm.
swig and kind of like end scene staring off into the black abyss where the stars used to be.
I'm gonna shake my head like no, no, don't get used to it. Don't get harder. Don't get tougher. Just live in the moment. Be broken and be built up anew again. There's no consequence. Like we can be broken, we can be afraid, we can be hopeless, we can be crippled with anxiety, but that's all right. That's okay. We'll come out of it tomorrow. And even if we don't come out of it, you know what? We can still hope. We can still look forward. We don't know how far we're going to go by walking, but we'll never get there if we don't keep walking.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth in that. And I guess we're about to find out. This was my only big thing. My life's big goal was to complete this mission. So tomorrow I am a new man.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow we go where we want to go. We do what we want to do. I'm no longer bound by my obligations. Up, down, doesn't matter now. I can go where I want to go. That's what I was so worried about with all of this. This is my freedom.
Freedom
If
skin.
you think you can get upstairs and not be in a cage, you're wrong. It's just a shinier cage.
Probably. Most likely. At this point, you like eating?
I could always go for some eat.
Okay. So I got a friend who makes the best. I'm gonna like touch your hand for a second, and you're gonna like feel um my presence like searching around in your head. If you want to resist, you can do that too.
I'm more worried about it, but like head empty only vibes. So like
Mhm.
I don't know necessarily how to stop it, even if I wanted to.
So I'm gonna like try to search for what your favorite meal is.
It's something they call griddle fish, which
Griddlefish.
is it's sweetgrass and mushroom that's carved into a fish and cooked over an open fire in a pan, and it's one of my favorite things to eat, but like you can't get it down here. I've been trying to teach Mike how to do it, but he don't know how to do it.
Okay, give me a
Chaos,
second.
listening chaos. Didn't you
Mhm.
get? Didn't you make that person unreasonably upset not too long ago when you fed all of his ingredients to?
Oh no, I'm not using that. I'm gonna
Okay.
like do it myself
Oh,
because
okay then.
yeah, I'm gonna do it myself. I was going to do that, but then I thought about it and I'm just like, it's much more intimate and like kind to do it myself. So I'm gonna just like get up and I'm gonna like try to just sort through my memories of where I know the ingredients for griddlefish is. And if I need to roll, I'll roll. But I'm gonna try to like procure the ingredients and just like make it in front of him. Like start a fire, mold the stuff like on a plate, and like set it on the stove. I mean, on the fire to like cook, and just like let the moment happen and like draw out. Um, and then when the cakes is like are done, I'll like
Um,
kind of.
it
Oh,
sounds like you're trying to offer emotional support. Would you like to roll?
oh, is that what I'm doing?
Yep, that's what you're doing.
Okay,
Would you
sure,
like to roll
fine.
plus heart or plus spirit? You can get a bonus +3 if you spend a string on TG.
I don't have any strength on TG, but I'll do spirit. I got a +3, so let's do that. 2d6. Oops, I got to forgot the R. I didn't even know you were here, Velda.
I am in the
Just creeping.
I'm in the house.
Okay. Well, I mean, I thought you were asleep. I thought out of character you were like doing mom stuff or something.
Oh
Okay,
no,
anyway.
nope.
Oh,
I'm still here. I'm
okay.
literally hosting the stream.
Okay, so I have 10, so I think that's a good success.
Yes. So
So
on
yeah.
a 10 plus, if they open up to you, which did happen, you both get to pick one.
Okay.
Listening, since you're doing the roll, you get a bonus option. You could take a string on them as your one. The other options are A, clear condition. Do that, do that, do that. B, mark XP. C, +1 forward. D, gain insight from the GM about an obstacle facing one of you.
Oh, yeah, I'll just use both to like clear conditions. He has two
You get
conditions,
to pick
right?
one. You each get to pick one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So I'll
I
You
clear
get
have
to pick
condition.
one. You can clear one of your conditions. TG gets to pick one. He can clear one of his conditions.
okay. I am
Oh,
clearing hopeless then.
okay. So wait, I can clear one of my conditions and clear one of his? Is that what I can do?
No, you can clear one of your conditions.
You can
Okay.
have a
He gets
string on
to
me though.
also choose if he's clearing a condition.
He gets to pick one, and you get to pick one.
Okay. So I'm gonna just clear conditions then. So yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
And to my knowledge, this can just be like a time that you guys have, and you can just keep rolling that until you get a downbeat, if that's what you two want to do. Just have a stakeout, everything's cool after a cookout.
Chill support. Okay.
Velda, do you need it on this?
So Vivelda wakes up, and she's rolls over in the bed, and she can hear them talking outside, but she doesn't really want to go fight with them. And she does want to go fight with them, and she doesn't. So she stays where she is, and she's writing in her book. And I want to show you what she wrote. This is how we started the stream. Let's wrap up the stream on the same note.
Mhm.
If that's all right with you guys, because it is like pretty close to
Yeah.
to sleeping.
That's
time.
fine with me. Yeah, no, it's a good succinct point. So yeah, I dig it.
All right, let's put this here, smack in the middle, and make it visible. I'm gonna drop it into here so you guys can see it too. Agatha. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Herc died. I tried to get around it. I tried to stop it from happening. I wasn't strong enough. I don't even know if what I'm doing is right. Wish you were here. Viv.
Well,
And on that note, I think we should call that a stream.